Ramblers and the Dukes, and it's coming up in just a couple of minutes in the pregame show here on the Ramblers Sports Network from Learfield.
At Raising Cane's, we focus on being the best at one thing and getting it right every time, which is why every chicken finger meal we serve is marinated, hand-battered, cooked to order, and made just for you. Quality isn't complicated, and our menu is proof.
Raising Cane's chicken fingers, one love.
The Sister Jean Legacy Collection has arrived, offering fans a meaningful way to honor her remarkable life and enduring spirit. Visit the Loyola bookstore or stop by the Rambler Team Shop during men's basketball games to shop the collection in person. You'll find apparel, gifts, and exclusive designs created to celebrate Sister Jean's legacy. To view the full line anytime, go to LoyolaRamblers.com and select the Sister Jean tab. Celebrate a Loyola legend with the Sister Jean Legacy Collection.
Loyola Medicine, the official health system and sports medicine sponsor of Loyola Athletics, is making it easier than ever to find the right provider on a date and time that work with your busy schedule. Using the My Loyola online self-scheduling tool, you can make your next appointment in under a minute. Choose from over 30 specialties, in-person appointments or virtual visits, and your preferred date and time, then confirm and schedule. Head to loyolamedicine.org/schedule now to make your appointment today.
Back inside Gentile Arena here on the pregame show as we get ready for the Ramblers and the Dukes here on a Saturday afternoon. Again, Duquesne 10-9 on the season, 2-4 in Atlantic 10 play, and they've got a couple of top scorers in the Atlantic 10. Terrence Ginyard, a senior from Tampa, a transfer from UT Martin, scoring over 16 points a game, 16.1. Jimmy Williams, a junior from Ohio. He's a transfer from South Florida. He's averaging 16 points a game. And, CT, you already kind of alluded to it. Caleb Reese is probably going to be matched up with one of those two players. Duquesne, they score 84 points a game. This is a very capable offensive team and with really good guard play, but also some big bodies as well down low. So they are a team that can it's tough to contest with as we see them walking out in front of us right now.
Yeah, and I think just from watching these guys walk out, it makes sense for Caleb Reese to start on Terrence Ginyard. So Ginyard about 6'2", a little bit of a slight build. He has clear height advantage on Caleb Reese, but I think if Caleb's able to get underneath him, he can maybe be a little bit more disruptive. But to your point, Scott, I think this Duquesne team, they kind of remind me a little bit of Duquesne team 2 years ago when they had two high-scoring lead guards, so Day Grant and Jimmy Clark III. So Terrence Ginyard and Jimmy Williams fill that role. But John Hughley IV, he adds a different dimension to this team. So third leading scorer on that team 2 years ago was David Dixon. I think he averaged about 7 or 8 points a game. But John Hughley IV is averaging 13 and 5, so much better numbers. I think he's a much more consistent offensive threat. And with his size and just his, really just his size. I think he's a guy that can really give us some trouble. I think he's about probably 40, 50 pounds heavier than Miles and maybe 30 pounds heavier than Alex Richardson at least. And then just looking at him right now, he looks like an offensive lineman. So our guys are going to need to be ready to battle with him inside.
Yeah, Duquesne. So the St. Louis loss on Tuesday, they've got A10 victories over Davidson in double overtime. Won that game at Davidson to begin the conference here, 89-83. And then a win at Fordham a week ago, 74-63. Their losses have come at home to VCU, 93-80. At St. Joe's in overtime, 97-90. Home against Dayton, 71-65. And then in the St. Louis loss, as I mentioned, 81-77 at home on Tuesday. Drew Joyce III is in his second year now as Duquesne's head coach, of course, taking over for Keith Dambrot. And remember, Duquesne in Dambrot's last season, they, as the 6th seed, went through the A10 tournament in 2024 and got themselves an NCAA tournament bid with that A10 tournament run. And so Duquesne trying to obviously get back to that level again, and they're sort of right in that level right now in terms of being in the middle of the pack with a team with pretty solid talent, and we'll see how much they can put together this year. They do turn the ball over a good amount of times, 14 times per game, which is 330th in the country, but we've talked about this all year with Loyola. They only force 8.2 turnovers a game. That's the third fewest in the nation out of 363 some odd teams in the country. Loyola just has not been able to turn the opponent over this year. And we'll see, though, if maybe they'll get a few extra opportunities today with the Duquesne team that does tend to cough up the ball more. They had 14 turnovers in their Tuesday game against St. Louis. Hey, don't forget, today's post-game comments with head coach Drew Valentine will be brought to you by Loyola alumnus Dave Kupiec and the law firm of Kupiec and Martin. They specialize in state and local income, franchise, and sales tax matters. Contact them at 312-632-1022 or go to kupiecandmartin.com. All right, we're going to step aside for the national anthem, and when we come back, we'll get you the starting lineups and the opening tip of this one. It's Loyola and Duquesne on a Saturday afternoon in Rogers Park, coming up next on the Ramblers Sports Network from Learfield.
A good retirement strategy, nothing is out of bounds. But without one, you risk penalties you didn't see coming. Join us live online for Retirement Planning University. It's interactive, instructor-led, and covers what you need to know when it comes to retirement planning, taxes, income strategies, common mistakes, and more. All from the comfort of home at no cost. Reserve your seat at helpingamericaretire.com. That's helpingamericaretire.com. Retirement Planning University is a nonprofit and not an accredited university. Loyola University is not a client. See website for disclosures. Go Ramblers!
Cam Crowley here to tell fans about my friends at TicketEstore.com, a longtime sponsor of Loyola Athletics. This alumni-owned company bleeds maroon and gold. They've been around before the Final Four, and they get the 63 chant, the game day scarves, and the roar of a sold-out Gentile Arena. Whether you're looking for Ramblers tickets or any other sporting events, they've got you covered without the sticker shock at checkout. Let's go Ramblers.
On the Ramblers Sports Network from Learfield.
Hunter shoots. He off the rim. Rouse gets the score. It's over. It's over. We won. We won. We won.
This is Loyola basketball.
Chicago for the second year in a row. Your Loyola Ramblers are Missouri Valley Conference tournament champions. And in the process, they have earned an automatic bid to the NCAA tournament. Sister Jean, dust off those dancing shoes. Here we go again.
4. Gets in the lane, step back from the A10 logo.
Hey, Justin.
Move it. He spins by Joseph. Goes to the hoop. Thunder finish with the left hand. Now to Watson for a left side three. Yeah. Drives again against Avila. Finds a cutter. Cavani with the two-hand slam. The Loyola Ramblers, as they earn themselves the A10 regular season championship.
Amen. God bless you. Go Ramblers.
It's time to turn up for tip-off. Let's go courtside with the call of the game. Here's Scott Sudikoff and former Rambler forward Christian Thomas.
Today's starting lives are brought to you by Loyola Medicine, the official health system and sports medicine sponsor of Loyola Athletics. Loyola Medicine has nationally recognized experts providing personalized, compassionate care. Learn more at loyolamedicine.org. Here's the starting lineup for Duquesne. Brandon Hall, a Chicago native, 6'4", 190-pound redshirt junior. Didn't play in their most recent game against St. Louis. Will make his first start of the season. He's played 6.7 minutes per game, and he's going to get the start today. Terrence Ginyard, 6'2", 170 senior from Tampa, 16.1 points per game. That is 6th in the Atlantic 10. He's also 2nd in the league in assists, 5.3 per game for Ginyard. David Dixon, the 6'9", 230-pound senior from Memphis. He is 4th in the Atlantic 10 in blocks, 1.42 blocks per game. He scores 7 points, grabs 5 rebounds a game, and shoots 63% from the field. Then there's Jimmy Williams, 6'5", 210 junior, 7th in the Atlantic 10 in scoring, 16 a game. He's actually averaging 18.8, though, in conference play, coming off a career-high 28 points against St. Louis on Tuesday. And rounding out the starting 5 for Duquesne is Jakub Natchez, 6'10", 240-pound junior. Started every game this year, 8.2 points per game, 5.8 rebounds, 55% field goal shooter. Drew Joyce III in his second year as Duquesne's head coach, 23-28 is his record. And now for the Ramblers. Caleb Reese will get his 4th consecutive start as the point guard. 4 points in 34 minutes against St. Bonaventure. He had 5 rebounds and 6 assists as well in that game. At the 2 guard, is Nick Anderson, making his 4th consecutive start. He had 15 points on 6 of 12 shooting, 6 rebounds as well against St. Bonaventure, the 6'4", 180-pound freshman. He's now had 4 double-figure games this season and 2 games of 15 or more points. At the small forward, we got Joshua Ola-Joseph, 6'7", 215 senior from Brooklyn Park, Minnesota. His second 20-point game as a Rambler came on Tuesday, 6 of 12 from the field, 5 of 10 from 3 against the Bonnies. Xavier Amos will get his 6th start of the season, 6'8", 225-pound senior. His return to the lineup after missing 4 games, 17 minutes against St. Bonaventure off the bench, had 8 points and 4 rebounds. And rounding out the starting 5, of course, is Miles Rubin. He ranks 11th in the nation with 2.55 blocks per game. He's 4th in the Atlantic 10 with 7.1 rebounds per game. He tied his career high playing 35 minutes Tuesday against St. Bonaventure, had 8 points, 12 rebounds, 4 assists, and 4 blocks. Drew Valentine in his 5th year as the Rambler head coach, 88-66 is the record. 571 is his winning percentage. Again, with Reese, Anderson, Ola-Joseph, Amos, and Rubin in the starting 5. All right, CT. The Ramblers with a different starting lineup today. A lineup we have not seen, of course, as a starting lineup. And what do you see that Loyola needs to do in this one to hang with the Duquesne team and come away with a win on their home floor?
Hey, first thing, take care of the ball. So if I'm Duquesne, I'm telling our guards to really get up and pressure. Caleb Reese especially is going to probably try to pick him up full court just to try to wear him out, see if they can get him sped up. When Day Wilk checks in the game, the film's out on him. They're going to try to get up and pressure him as well. So our guys need to be ready for this type of pressure that they're going to see and be able to withstand it. Next thing, I think Duquesne, they're going to really try to in the half court setting when they're on offense, really try to isolate us, try to see if they can get us going one-on-one. So we talked about some of the high-scoring guards they've had 2 years ago. Some things I've noticed with this Duquesne team, they don't run a ton of stuff offensively. I think last year when we played them here. 2 years ago we played them here. They were running a lot of high screen and roll action. Same thing that they did at their place when we lost on the road there. They see if they can just try to get us spread out and then see how we're going to be able to guard those high screen and rolls. And now, knowing that we're very thin in the backcourt, they're probably going to try to go to those actions again, try to put Caleb Reese in positions where he's having to guard for 40 minutes and try to see if they can wear him out. And then last thing, I think they're probably going to try to pound the ball inside. So we'll see when John Hughley IV comes in. He's the kid is huge, so they're going to try to post him up, try to get him going early on. So it's something that Miles and Alex Richardson need to be ready for.
All right, Loyola in the home whites. We'll move right to left here in the first half. Duquesne in the road navy blue. We'll move left to right. Miles Rubin will be jumping it up against David Dixon to get this one underway. Duquesne defeated the Ramblers in Pittsburgh last year. Remember, it's about a 3-point game, and then Duquesne ended the game 11-1 to win that game in Pittsburgh. Rubin wins the tip back to Caleb Reese, and we are underway. Reese guarded by Ginyard, brings it across half court, right side. Bounces it for Rubin between the rings, shuffles it back to Reese, turns the corner left, Reese to the paint, kick out left corner, Ola-Joseph the 3, too strong, and the rebound for Duquesne's Jimmy Williams. Quickly up the right side to Ginyard, picked up by Amos. Ginyard will dribble back out near the center jump circle. And he'll bounce it for Dixon. Top of the nail, dribbles to the left, bounce pass, backdoor cut. Good defense, rotating over and forcing the ball out to Ginyard now. Williams down the right baseline against Rubin. He'll throw it out to the top side. Ginyard a long 3, in and out, no good. And Anderson with a nice rebound. Anderson gets it in transition up ahead to Ola-Joseph. Rubin catches, top of the nail, just to the left of it. Miles, Dixon on him. Anderson finds Amos in the left corner. Lost it, got it back, 10 to shoot. Right-hand dribble towards the paint. He has it knocked away, and then coming over to get the steal is Ginyard. Ginyard will pick it up into the paint. Drive, kick, Williams gets it right back from Hall in the corner. Now up top, Dixon. Enters it to Natchez, mid-block right. He'll skip it left side. Ginyard another 3, another miss, this time short though. Hall gets the rebound. He finds Williams who makes the 3. 3-0 Duquesne. And we got an official calling a timeout.
David Dixon, is he bleeding or he has to get a...
No, he has a a big wrap on his left thigh that I guess came undone. And so they stopped the game and let that get fixed up. Just a couple of possessions so far, CT, but what have you seen?
Yeah, good pace. You can tell Duquesne's really trying to get up and down. I mean, I think that's going to favor them, just given they have a lot more ready, available bodies than we do. But, I mean, I think we've had some pretty solid defensive possessions. I mean, I think we've gotten back in transition fairly well. I mean, freshman Nick missed the box out right there. Just led to that second chance opportunity. But for the most part, liking what we're seeing.
Rubin trying to post up down low left against Dixon. Reese though goes up top to Ola Joseph. Push pass right to Anderson. Switches spots with Amos and takes a three and makes a three. Nick Anderson knocks down the three-pointer. His 12th made three-pointer on the season. We're tied at 3. Ginyard for Dixon. Out beyond the three-point line. Daywell Tavares is going to check in at the next whistle. Williams guarded by Amos. Gives the ball to Natchez, driving right towards the baseline, taking Ola Joseph down low. Spins right to the baseline, hands it off to Dixon on the other side, who dunks it. Good big-to-big play there. Natchez to Dixon, 5-3 Duquesne. Duquesne now going to extend some pressure.
Yep.
Reese gets it across the timeline right side. Ola Joseph dribbles to the left side of the arc. There with Rubin, bounces it for him. Miles faces up. Dribble drive, trying to go left, lost it, got it back, kicks it corner 3. Ola Joseph off the back iron, and the rebound by Natchez, and now numbers the other way, 3-on-2 for Duquesne. Reese takes a charge.
Yeah, Reese
finally gets the call to go his way. Who was that driving into him? That's Brandon Hall, again, who's only playing 7 minutes a game and getting a start today for the first time.
Yeah, looking at the replay, that's a clear charge. Reese was set for a solid 2 count outside the circle. It was easy call.
And he was really the only one back initially. Ola Joseph did a good job hustling back as well, maybe cutting off a passing lane. And just that maybe led Hall to just say, I'm going to go all the way myself and run over Reese.
Yeah, Drew playing both bigs right now. Looks like trying to match Dixon and Nakis.
Tavares has come in, and as has Richardson. We saw Richardson and Rubin play a couple of minutes together on Tuesday. Didn't last all that long, though. Reese off the Richardson screen, left wing. Now Rubin sets the screen. Reese dribbles to the right elbow, has Natchez on him. Finds Tavares, dribbles to his left. 7 to shoot, bounce to Richardson at the A10 logo. Going against Dixon with 4, with 3. Up, trying to go with the right hand. He lost it on the way up. There may have been contact, but it was after he was already losing the ball. Here comes Jimmy Williams the other way for Duquesne. Dixon, handoff. Ginyard has Reese on him. Now Williams, right baseline against Tavares. Underneath, slips it out with a bounce pass to the corner, and a 3 missed. And the rebound for the Ramblers. Duquesne is 2 of 6 from the field. Reese gets down low. Dribbling around now the top of the key. 5-3 Duquesne. Anderson, left corner, step back 3. No good. Rebound by Williams. Loyola's 1 of 5. Duquesne is 2 of 5 from the field. Ginyard deep on the left. Natchez, top side. Natchez walks it over inside the right arc. Caught top of the key by Dixon. Hands off Ginyard behind the screen. Now snakes his way towards the paint. Lost the ball. Loose ball. Duquesne gets it. Right baseline. Hall skips it out. Now they find Williams in the left corner, and he buries a 3. And
yeah, so, I mean, Reese and Alex right there, they have to call out. Both those guys ran to the ball. That's what led to one more being wide open.
Second three-pointer for Williams. 8-3 Duquesne. Reese deep on the left side. Richardson sets the screen. Down the baseline, Caleb underneath the hoop. Comes out the other side. Out to Tavares. Driving left, behind the back. Free throw line, up fakes. Trying to bounce it inside to Richardson at the rim.
Nice.
Gets the roll. Good composed play there by Daywell Tavares. Not forcing a shot.
Exactly. Made great read, and then Alex is doing a great job sealing his man inside.
8-5 Duquesne. 5 minutes gone by. Brandon Hall passes left corner. Yep, illegal screen. Got an open man for 3, but they call the foul on Duquesne. Second foul of the game on the Dukes. Loyola has not been called for a foul yet. 14:47 left to go in the first half. We have a timeout on the floor. It's Duquesne 8, Loyola 5. You're listening to Rambler Basketball from Learfield.
At Raising Cane's, we focus on being the best at one thing and getting it right every time. Which is why every chicken finger meal we serve is marinated, hand-battered, cooked to order, and made just for you. quality isn't complicated, and our menu is proof.
Raising Cane's Chicken Fingers, one love.
The Bud Light Loft in Gentile Arena provides a fantastic sideline view of the court. It also offers plenty of exciting amenities, including all-inclusive food and beverage service with an elevated game day tailgate menu and a reserved countertop seat with access to high top tables. Interested in season, group, or single game tickets in the Bud Light Loft? Visit RamblerTickets.com or call 773-508-WOLF.
Make sure to follow the Ramblers on social media at Ramblers MBB for all the latest news, updates, videos, and highlights. That's at Ramblers MBB on X and Instagram. 14:47 to go first half. Duquesne 8, Loyola 5. Ramblers are 2 of 6 from the field to begin the game, 1 of 4 from 3 with 1 turnover. Duquesne 3 of 6 from the field, 2 of 5 from 3. They also have a couple of turnovers in this game. Loyola getting a good stop in transition earlier. Caleb Reese taking a charge on really what was a 3-on-1 in this most recent possession, drawing an illegal screen offensive foul call to get the ball back. And before that, got the nice bucket from Alex Richardson. Caleb Reese is working hard on both ends of the floor here, CT. I mean, he has to do a lot of dribbling in and out of traffic to get this offense going.
Yeah, but I really like what he's doing, especially in transition. I mean, he's doing a good job coming off those screens or recognizing he has his man on the back pedal and trying to turn the corner and put some pressure on Duquesne and trying to make this defense react to him. Now, if Caleb gets a lane all the way to the basket, I mean, he should be able to try to go in there and try to finish among the trees or maybe even stop for a little pull-up jump shot in the mid-range area. But, I mean, he's doing a great job of commanding attention. Duquesne, they're starting to swarm the ball a little bit, and so that's kind of what's opening up some of those passing lanes for him.
An illegal screen foul was on Natchez. Ramblers come out with Reese, Amos, Ola Joseph, Tavares, and Richardson. Again, Cade Dotson still out of the lineup, was questionable coming into the day today for the second consecutive game. Kamani Winsu, who has been listed questionable all season, misses his second game of the season here today. Amos driving left baseline, explodes to the hoop, can't score it off the window. Late whistle, though, will send him to the free throw line. So Amos showing the explosivity that he can have. Foul was on Alex Williams, graduate student from Dayton, transfer from Furman. And Amos at the line where he's 70% on the season. Too strong on the first one. Was 3 of 4 at the line against St. Bonaventure on Tuesday. Amos playing in his 7th game this season. Obviously missed the beginning of the year. Didn't play until the Chicago State game, and then it missed the prior 4 games before playing against St. Bonaventure. He made the second free throw, 8-6 Duquesne, 14-22 first half. Ginyard passes left wing. In the hands of Jimmy Williams. Now up top. Get it back to Ginyard. Fires a pass right corner. A 3 missed short by Cam Crawford. Rebound Ramblers. Up ahead, Amos right side. Tavares spots up in the corner for 3. Short. Ola Joseph, the rebound and the easy lay-in.
Nice. Great way to steal some points right there, getting on the offensive glass.
Tied at 8. Ramblers, their first second chance bucket. Alex Williams on the left wing, hands it off to Crawford, guarded by Tavares. Crawford trying to enter it down low, can't do so. Hughley in the game, goes over the top with the pass and got a foul on Ola Joseph, who ends up pushing Crawford out of bounds. So we're seeing Hughley in there for the first time. 6'10", 265, transfer from Xavier, 13.2 points per game, 5 rebounds, 53% from the field, and he's a wide load, CT, and I say that endearingly.
Yeah, the kid's just huge. Just look, you can just see him.
Describe it, CT. If he boxes you out, you have no chance. Underneath the rim, driving off the baseline inbounds pass is Alex Williams, and he gets fouled. And that'll be free throws. feel like when you're that big, you can't wear a low number. You got to be like a 34, not a 4.
Yeah.
Foul was on Tavares. 2 shots here for Alex Williams. A 78% free throw shooter makes the first. 9-8 Duquesne. Jake DeMichael has come on for the Dukes, a redshirt sophomore, playing about 16 minutes a game, scoring 4.5 points. 1 for 2 at the line as the second spins out. Richardson the rebound. 9-8 Duquesne, 13:37 first half. Reese dribbles between the rings. Richardson pops out to the wing to catch it. Dribbles to the top of the key.
Oh, yeah,
now Reese driving left. Finds Tavares in the corner. Tavares to the paint at 13 feet. Steps through, puts up a left-hand floater. No good. Ola Joseph flies in for the rebound on the left side and lays it back up and in. Both of JOJ's buckets have been offensive rebound putbacks.
Yeah, those junkyard dog opportunities that we need more from them.
10-9 Loyola. Down low, Hughley challenged by Richardson, but he lays it up and in. That was an early attack there by Duquesne. Loyola was not really set up defensively. 11-10 Dukes. Amos driving left, gets towards the rim, has it blocked. Williams and Hughley there defensively. Williams pushes it ahead. Jimmy Williams gives to Alex Williams. Back to Jimmy Williams, who gets fouled. And will shoot 2. 11-10 Dukes. Again, this is transition. I mean, Ramblers have defenders back, but it's still transition. Quickly heading towards the rim.
Yeah, we're going to see Daniil for the first time here. He needs to be an energy giver, be able to uplift us a little bit.
Reese was called for the foul. Jimmy Williams shooting 2, 77% on the season, 7th best scorer in the Atlantic 10. Makes the first. He's got 7. Anderson and Rubin return. And as CT mentioned, Daniil Glasgow in for the first time. Richardson, Amos, and Tavares will check out. 2-point Duquesne lead with 12:48 to go in the first half. A Rambler team that is right now going 8 deep as Williams makes the second. 13-10 Dukes. Reese over half court. Ola Joseph on the left wing. Now Rubin up top has Hughley on him, who tries to reach in. Daniil comes to get it. Reverses it back to JOJ. Now Reese sideline right. 12 to shoot. Reese off the Rubin screen. Will skip a pass to Anderson. He gets to the paint, got bumped, spins, hangs, and bounces it out. Oh,
that's a good move.
Just hung on the rim, no good. Jimmy Williams across the paint, left to right to the backboard. Can't score it off the glass. Rebound, Daniil Glasgow. Reese up the right side. Rubin.
Oh, yeah, there
Rubin
it is.
Driving right to the hoop, and he scores it at the rim.
Yeah, that little on big ball screen right there.
The inverted screen that you're used to in basketball. And it's 13-12 Duquesne. Down low, Alex Williams got early position against JOJ. Or just beat him to a spot.
He's just out muscling JOJ down there. It's just a high-low action right there.
So Alex Williams has 3 points, 15-12 Duquesne. Glasgow to the left wing. Rubin, top side. Bounce pass to Reese, doing the candy cane curl, and he got fouled as he was looking to pass it as he got towards the rim, it looked like. And we'll get a timeout on the floor, and I don't think they're going to give Reese a shot there. So it'll be an under out of bounds when we come back from a timeout. 11:26 left to go in the first half. It's Duquesne 15, Loyola 12. This is Rambler basketball from Learfield.
Your Loyola experience doesn't end at graduation. Whether you're looking to connect with fellow Ramblers or mentor today's students, Alumni Relations offers a variety of ways for you to stay engaged with Loyola. Throughout Chicago and across the globe, stay up to date with alumni stories and be part of a community that's changing the world. For upcoming alumni events and ways to get involved, visit luc.edu/alumni and follow us on Facebook and TikTok at LUC Alumni and on Instagram and X at Loyola_alumni.
This is Rambler men's basketball player Nick Anderson on behalf of Center Construction Group. They are Chicago's hometown team specializing in building spaces that inspire. From modern offices to vibrant restaurants, Center Construction Group handles every detail with precision, creativity, and a commitment to excellence. Center Construction Group's talented team is committed to building more than spaces. They are committed to delivering stunning results and building lasting relationships. Learn more at centerconstructiongroup.com. Center Construction Group, built better.
DeGroot Logistics is a proud sponsor of Loyola Athletics, owned and operated by Loyola alumni. DeGroot provides transportation services for some of the country's largest shippers of food and beverage products. If you're interested in learning more or you want to join their team, check them out at DeGrootLogistics.com. Back here at Gentile Arena, 11:26 to go in the first half. Duquesne 15, Loyola 12. Ramblers at 5 of 13 from the field, 1 of 5 from 3. Still just the 1 turnover so far. Duquesne has 2 turnovers, and they're 5 of 10 from the field, 2 of 6 from 3, and have made 3 of 4 at the free throw line. And we're seeing Caleb Reese set a screen for Miles Rubin that got him a layup, and now this most recent possession, Caleb does that candy cane curl around Miles Rubin and gets the pass and draws a foul heading towards the rim. So good action between those two.
Yeah, I mean, and Caleb's just bringing what he can bring. I mean, he's not going to be a guy that's going to just break you down off the dribble, pull up the threes, and hit you, score 20, 25 points for us in these types of situations. But being able to set a screen right there, like that inverted ball screen for Miles, I think that's something that's going to be open, especially on a guy like John Hughley IV. I mean, we talked about his size. I mean, typically guys that are that big, they're not very nimble. So more times than not, Hughley's just going to run right into that screen, and Miles should be able to get all the way to the rim. So that one should be open. And then the same thing with that candy cane action. So John Hughley IV, he's not a super active, nimble, mobile guy, so he's not going to be able to jump into the passing lanes and take those opportunities away.
Rambler ball out of the timeout with Rubin, Reese, Ola Joseph, Glasgow, and Anderson. Reese from the left side. Put a pass between Anderson and Ola Joseph on the right. Ola Joseph was in the corner. Anderson was on the wing, and Reese's pass split the difference. So second turnover for the Ramblers.
The 1-3-1 zone action.
Seen this a lot over the last few weeks for the Ramblers. Ginyard finds Dixon left elbow, goes into Rubin, who pokes it away, but Dixon got it back. Dixon now out front. Ginyard trying to get free. He bobbles the handoff, kicks out to DeMichael on the right side. To his left, guarded by Glasgow nicely. Now Natchez, right free throw line extended with 3, with 2. He drives against Ola Joseph, scores it through contact.
Yeah, JOJ just got out of stance. He fell for that shot fake. You just got to stay down.
Yeah, he went for the shot fake. Shot clock was at 3. And just enough time for Natchez to get to the window and score. 17-12 Duquesne. Rubin up top. Finds Anderson cutting right to left on the baseline, and he reverses it home. 5 now for Nick. 3-point Duquesne lead. Natchez, top side against JOJ. Right hand dribble towards the wing. Gets it to Crawford. Crawford around the screen. Gets to the A10 logo. Bounces it for Natchez. Poked away by Anderson. And he gets the steal. Duquesne's third turnover. JOJ on the left side. And got
be strong with the ball, JOJ.
Crossed up with Anderson, it looked like they're in the corner, but they figured it out. 13 to shoot. Rubin at the top. Glasgow has Ginyard in his face, and Ginyard gets called for a reach-in foul against Tennille Glasgow, and probably a bit silly there if you're Ginyard.
Yeah, Loyola.
Just knowing what Glasgow brings to the table there.
I mean, we're just out of sorts offensively.
Yeah.
I mean, we didn't have anything going, so just play straight.
Yeah, that too. Exactly. 9:46 to go first half, 17-14 Duquesne. That's the 15th foul on the Dukes. Loyola's been called for 3. Lineup changes for the Ramblers. Now it's Tavares, Amos, Reese, Rubin, and Ola Joseph. Reese being watched by Ginyard. Dribbles to the left. Tavares trying to get free. Rubin looking to set up down low against Dixon. Ola Joseph catches top of the key. High-low over the top to Rubin. Falling out of bounds. Finds a pass out to Amos. Then to Tavares, who makes the 3. J-Will Tavares. Nothing but net from downtown. His first bucket. Tied at 17. That's Loyola's second three-pointer of the game. They make 5 today, and all the students in attendance get a free box combo. Buy one, get one at Raising Cane's. So they're hoping for that, as are we. Had a missed shot by David Dixon. The Ramblers got the rebound, and they come the other way. Rubin driving towards the hoop, and he got swallowed up by Dixon and Natchez. Back come the Dukes now in transition. Ginyard runs into Reese, who picks up his second foul. On a pass, so no shots, but a second foul on Caleb Reese, and obviously, I mean, he's your only point guard that's available by true position. Richardson will return. Rubin will check out. With 8:52 to go in the first half, tied at 17. Ginyard throws it out near half court, caught there by Brandon Hall. Hall has Tavares on him, a battle of zeros. Natchez passes right corner, Ginyard against Ola Joseph. Ginyard has only taken 2 shots today. And he throws a pass away.
Nice.
He's 0 for 2. Both have been threes. And that was his first turnover of the game on the bad pass. The Ramblers have a really good lineup of injured players. Just looking at it on the sideline. You've got, J-Mo, the starting point guard. Dotson would be your 2. Probably say Chuck at the 3 and Kamani at the 4. Then you're just missing a big man, but that's a good slate of players that, unfortunately, watching this game today. Tie ball game, 8:30 to go first half, 17-17. Reese on the right side, curls, finds Amos top side. He'll take the 3, and he'll miss it off the back iron. Richardson fighting for the rebound, but Dixon able to grab it. The right side comes Hall. Crosses over into Amos, and he gets bumped before the shot that went in. It will not count. Foul on the floor on Amos.
Yeah, he fell for that crossover a little bit. Just got his right arm in there on that drive. He's got to show the hands.
So it'll be a baseline inbounds play. Nick Anderson's going to check back in. Nick has a team-high 5 points so far. 2 of 4 from the field, 1 of 2 from 3. And Ramblers were sleeping on the inbounds, but Jimmy Williams missed the lay-in. He was right in front of the rim, cut, and missed it. Ramblers get the rebound, and now Amos out of the left corner, spinning into the paint, and he gets fouled. And Xavier Amos will shoot 2. And that'll bring us to the under 8 media timeout. Xavier Amos will have 2 free throws when we come back. 7:57 left to go in the first half. It's Loyola 17, Duquesne 17. This is Loyola Rambler basketball from Learfield.
Tired of the daily maintenance of getting rid of unwanted hair? Still shaving the patches of hair left behind by laser hair removal? Ready to throw away your tweezer and have your eyebrows shaped permanently? Electrolysis is the only method recognized by the FDA as permanent hair removal. Call or text 224-730-4919 to schedule your free 45-minute consultation and sampling. Day, evening, and weekend hours available. Offices in Skokie and Lincoln Park. Visit electrolysisforyou.com for more information. Go Ramblers!
This is Rambler softball player Liz Sudeikis on behalf of Midway Restoration Services, the presenting sponsor of Rambler softball. They're a family-owned business who have been serving all of Chicagoland for more than 35 years. They provide emergency restoration services for a variety of emergency situations, including water damage, fire, mold, and biohazards. Midway Restoration Services is the one call you need to make to help manage the cleanup and restoration for your home or business. Call them 24/7-365 at 312-226-1101 or visit them at midwayrestoration.com.
Eat like a champion with Raising Cane's. Bring home a box combo with 4 hand-battered, cooked-to-order chicken fingers, crispy crinkle-cut fries, fresh coleslaw, buttery Texas toast, and their secret Cane's sauce. Add in a delicious iced tea or fresh-squeezed lemonade, and your game day never tasted so good. Raising Cane's, the official chicken finger restaurant sponsor of Loyola Athletics. One love. 17-17 is your score with 7:57 to go in the first half. And when you look at it, I think Loyola to win today, playing a low-scoring battle like this is probably part of the prescription to get a victory. And so right now you're just kind of, I don't want to call it a rock fight. It hasn't been that, offensively challenged, but it's been a battle. And so far, tied at 17, CT.
Yeah, I mean, the lower scoring game and a slower pace is going to benefit us, just given the amount of injuries that we have and also who is available right now. So, I mean, looking at the guys that are available, I mean, Miles is capable of having a big scoring night, and Xavier Amos is capable of a big scoring night. But then after that, I mean, you got a bunch of guys that are probably going to max out around that 10 to 15-point range. So you don't want to try to get it. You don't want this game getting up in the 70s and 80s with these guys, especially with the number of they just have more weapons that we do available right now. So I think this pace is benefiting us right now.
Loyola Medicine, the official health system and sports medicine sponsor of Loyola Athletics, provides life-saving care. The top-rated doctors diagnose, treat, and manage both common conditions and complex diseases. Visit loyolamedicine.org/schedule now to make your appointment today. And after reading that, it seems like as good a time as ever to, again, update on the injury status of the Ramblers. And, again, Justin Moore and Chuck Love remain just out of the lineup. I know on Tuesday I saw Justin spent a lot of time on the bike as Xavier Amos is at the line shooting 2, and he bounces in the first one. And we're, with Justin, it's not the knee that was injured last year. It's kind of behind the knee, the hamstring that go, the kind of the muscle behind it that's been more the issue, and just trying to get that to 100% before he comes back. And Chuck Love, of course, had the knee injury. I saw him go through a pretty grueling workout, dribbling, shooting with Connor Burton on Tuesday out at St. Bonaventure as well. So he looks to be, going in the right direction. Amos made both free throws, and now Duquesne on the other side on an entry pass to Hughley. Rubin gets called for a foul, and it's going to be the 6th on the team, or the first foul on Miles. So it's 19-17 Loyola with 7:44 to go. And the fact that Cade Dotson at least has been, they've gone game time decision the last couple of games gives you good feeling that he's headed in the right direction as well. Off the inbounds, a quick shot, a corner three, no good by Alex Williams. And the Ramblers have the rebound. Rubin up top. Hands off to Neal. Push pass right for Tavares. Returns to Glasgow. Now for Anderson on the left. Anderson guarded by Ginyard. Rubin catches 18 feet from the basket. Back to the basket. Gives it to Tavares. 7 to shoot. Tavares against Alex Williams. 4 to shoot. Out to Amos. Has to make something happen with 2 with 1. And he doesn't get the shot. Well, I didn't think he got the shot off.
No, that's why everybody stopped.
And they let it go. And now the transition the other way. Brandon Hall challenged by Anderson. They're calling a foul, I think, on Anderson on the initial play. Now Duquesne got a lay-in right afterwards. So you can actually argue that now you take that and make the guy get the free throws. And it's the first foul on Nick. Yeah, that play should have been dead on the Amos shot. He did not get it off before the shot clock. And he front rimmed it and let Duquesne get a transition. Brandon Hall, 3 of 5 at the line this season. Now 3 of 6. He'll get one more. Still 19-17 Loyola. Ola Joseph and Reese return. Tavares and Glasgow go out. It's been a 7-0 Rambler run over 3 minutes and 23 seconds. Those are the types of runs you want in a game like this. To have it be stretched out that long. Now 7-1 as Duquesne and Brandon Hall make a free throw.
What just happened?
Okay. Loyola almost had a situation where they, I guess you'd say, stepped in bounds on the inbounds pass, but it's because Duquesne had a sub at the table and everyone was confused. Maximus Edwards has come on, the former GW Revolutionary. He's in, 5th-year senior from Stratford, Connecticut. Reese, across the paint left to right, has Hughley switched down on him, brings him out to the perimeter, lobs it over the top to Rubin, who had Ginyard on him, and he can't lay it up and in.
That was a great read from Caleb.
And Miles couldn't finish. Miles just 2 points today. 1 of 3 from the field, 1 rebound, 1 assist. Hughley trying to bring him down low towards the baseline. Now low right block, and Rubin just stays as strong as he can. And it gets knocked out of bounds. It'll still be Duquesne ball. I guess it called it. That should be a block shot. Yeah, it was. Out of bounds to Duquesne. Baseline inbounds. Ginyard into Alex Williams in the corner for three. No good. That's a couple of times, though, that Duquesne just getting really clean looks either at the rim or for three off inbounds plays. Rubin, point center. Bringing it down low against Edwards, who picks his pocket. And here comes Edwards up the left side. Transition, free ball, Jimmy Williams, no good. And Rubin gets the rebound deflected towards him. Tavares will lob it up to Miles. And he'll get an alley-oop from the left side and dunk it for his second bucket. 21-18 Loyola. Top side, Alex Williams driving down the right lane line. Now takes a step back off 1 foot. No good. Rebound by Anderson. Ramblers by 3 with 5:30 to go in the first half. Just looked at the A10 scoreboard. Every score right now in A10 action is almost identical.
Reese travel.
Yeah, Caleb driving towards the paint. 21-18 Loyola here. George Mason and Rhode Island are tied at 19, and Dayton leads St. Joseph's 22-19. And every one of these games is within around the same time of the first half. I don't know why that's interesting. I just happened to notice it. Set the Rambler lineup here. Reese, Amos, Tavares, Richardson, and Ola Joseph. Edwards dribbling from the right wing, gets to the paint, bumps off Tavares and scores. 21-20. Amos, Richardson up top, and Edwards jumped up and knocked it away. Tavares, though, goes and recovers it in the backcourt. 5-on-4 now for the time being. Richardson at the rim. Good reverse as he got Hughley in the air and lays it up and in.
Oh, come on, man.
Richardson called for a foul out beyond the three-point line against Hughley.
And that's a tech on Max Edwards. He's been chirping at our bench the whole time. That's why I was laughing at. Because when he took that spill down there, I think somebody on our bench said something to him, and he's been chirping the whole time.
So Hughley was fouled by Richardson. Will give him 1-1, but Loyola should have free throws on the other side as well for a technical, unless they're going to go double and say someone on the Loyola bench as well. Because the officials are talking right now. 4:29 to go in the first half. Loyola 23, Duquesne 20. So Hughley will have 1-1, and what's going on at the scores table here? Officials are over at the table explaining what the call is going to be, and Drew Joyce III, Duquesne head coach, is also wanting the explanation. I think Drew is explaining maybe what happened over there to Joyce. Drew and Drew.
A technical foul has been assessed to Duquesne number 22. Makes a mistake.
Yep. Yep. So they ended up giving a technical to the Loyola bench, so there'll be no free throws. So it's, in the end, it's nothing. I mean, it is something, obviously, but Hughley at the line, 1-1, misses, and the Ramblers can't secure the rebound.
Get the rebound.
And that chant sort of doesn't work when you don't get the rebound, guys. Hughley bounces it left of the lane. Ginyard against Reese, forces up a shot, and he got fouled. Richardson came over to help. Was it him or Caleb, though? Caleb. If it's Caleb, it's his third.
It was on Caleb.
There'll be 2 shots for Ginyard. By the way, if those of you maybe watching the game on TV would have a better feel of this, but probably have looked at Miles and he does not look himself. And that's because he is battling a stomach bug. And so, I mean, I've noticed it on his face. He just does not look like the normal Miles Rubin that we're used to. And his play has not been bad, but certainly not the level that we're used to. And right now, he's sitting at the end of the bench, or he's between Andrew Cobian and Chris Huey. And Ginyard's second free throw, no good. And a rebounding foul on Duquesne. He made the first, missed the second, and that'll be free throws on the other side for the Ramblers, 1-1. And CT, I would say if the Ramblers were, let's say the Ramblers were 100% injury-free right now, and Miles was as sick as I think he looks, he might not be playing today. But I got a feeling he said, I have to play no matter what here.
Yeah, just do something. I mean, you can also tell because his conditioning isn't exactly where it usually is, which, I mean, it's common when guys are sick. But, I mean, right now, we've got other guys stepping up, making plays for us. But we'd like to see just some more. So on that little that foul opportunity we just got right there, I mean, off the missed free throw before, JOJ had a chance to secure it, just didn't come up with it. Unfortunately, that's what led to that domino.
And then Richardson missed the front end of the 1-1, and Duquesne got the rebound. So the Dukes have the basketball, 2-point Rambler lead, 3:54 to go first half. Hughley driving from about 17 feet out on the left side, finishes with the right hand.
Wow.
And then he has something to say to the crowd behind the hoop as Tavares has a three ball halfway down and out. And the rebound for Alex Williams. Here comes Ginyard. Ginyard pulls up, top side for three, bounces in. Front rim, backboard and in. 26-23 Duquesne. And they've scored 6 straight. That's Ginyard's first bucket of the day. First field goal. He had a free throw just a moment ago. Anderson, the free throw line out to Tavares left wing. He'll take the three. He'll miss it strong. And the rebound by Edwards for Duquesne. Edwards up ahead in transition. Williams finds Ginyard trailing. Steps to his left. Now crosses over. Gives it up. Hughley up top. Hughley with Anderson on him. Hughley finds Cutter baseline. And Jimmy Williams fumbled it. Gets it back. Drives down the baseline against Anderson. Bumped and fouled. That'll be 2 on Alex. And that'll be 2 free throws for the Dukes. 2:54 to go in the first half. Duquesne's on a 6-0 run, and they now have a 26-23 lead. This is Loyola Rambler basketball from Learfield.
Rambler fans, make plans for your next trip to Gentile Arena by visiting RamblerTickets.com, your official source for Loyola Athletics tickets. Men's basketball seats start at only $15 per game. Visit RamblerTickets.com or call 773-508-WOLF. That's RamblerTickets.com or call 773-508-WOLF. And go Ramblers!
Which schools will take home the prestigious Learfield Directors Cup for the top college athletic programs for the 2025-26 college athletics season? Check out the criteria and follow the year-long standings of your favorite team at L Directors Cup on the X platform or online at thedirectorscup.com. Trophies will be awarded in June 2026 to the winning institutions in all college sports divisions. The Learfield Directors Cup, powered by NACDA, the crowning achievement in college athletics.
Over 50, nearing retirement. Join this live interactive retirement planning class. It's quietly educated thousands of retirees and pre-retirees. Attend Retirement Planning University from the comfort of home. Go to helpingamericaretire.com. That's helpingamericaretire.com. See website for disclosures. If you're looking for hard-to-get tickets with a money-back guarantee, visit ticketeastore.com to get your ticket fixed. Great seats, great prices, and a great supporter of Loyola Athletics. That's ticketeastore.com. Ticket eStore is the official alumni-owned ticketing sponsor of Loyola Athletics. 2:54 left to go here in the first half. Duquesne 26, Loyola 23. The Dukes are on a 6-0 run, and will have 2 free throws when play resumes. Ramblers are 9 of 23 from the field, 39%, 2 of 9 from 3, and have 5 turnovers. 5 points for Nick Anderson to lead the way. Duquesne shooting 9 of 21, 3 of 11 from 3, 5 of 9 at the free throw line, and they have 6 turnovers. And the Ramblers, again, no Justin Moore, no Chuck Love, which not too much of a surprise coming into the day today. Cade Dotson and Kamani Winsu are questionable, but they're not in uniform. And then Miles Rubin, dealing with a stomach bug, has played, almost 12 minutes. 2 of 4 from the field, 4 points, 3 rebounds, has an assist and a block shot. And we'll see if he's back in here. Richardson just picked up his second foul. Yeah, Miles is going to come back in. And Miles has 1 foul to keep in mind. Caleb Reese has 3. Of course, as our lone true point guard remaining, at least available to play today. Jimmy Williams will be at the line shooting 2 for the Dukes. He's got 8 points, 2 of 5 from the field, 2 of 2 at the line, and 5 rebounds. Knocks down the first. 27-23 Duquesne. Their largest lead has been 5. Loyola's largest lead has been 3. The Dukes lead 5 again, as Williams is the first player today in double figures. 28-23. Tavares, he's going to bring the ball into the front court, so he's going to be he's the point guard right now. Bounce pass, Rubin.
That wasn't open.
Trying to get a backdoor cut by Amos, and Rubin's pass went to the backside of a Duke. Maximus Edwards across the lane, and Tavares reaching in as he came across, and he got tripped up. 2 more free throws upcoming. Second foul on Daywilk, as the Ramblers are sliding down the mountain here at the end of the first half. Maximus Edwards started at George Washington. Now here at Duquesne. 17 minutes a game, 7 points per game this season. Left-hander bounces in the first free throw. Largest lead of the game now, 29-23. He'll go 2 for 2. 30-23 with 2:34 to go in the first half. Glasgow will get it across half court with Jimmy Williams on his back. Looking for Daywilk, but finds Amos left wing. Down low, Rubin. Rubin has Williams on him. He'll skip it to Tavares. Finds Ola Joseph right corner for 3. Too strong. Rubin pushed off on the glass, and he's going to pick up his second foul, and that'll be 2 more free throws for the Dukes. Loyola just doesn't have the horses right now, it would appear. And one of their horses that is playing is just not feeling well. Jimmy Williams, 2 free throws, short on the first. .218 to go, 30-23 Duquesne. Williams makes the second. 8-point Dukes lead, and full court pressure by Duquesne. Rubin comes to get the inbounds pass, hands it off to Tavares. Ginyard will now take Daywilk. Tavares across half court. Little in and out dribble and trying to get free. Now passes it left to Amos. Amos to his left, out to Glasgow behind the Rubin screen. Turns to his left, looking to pass it. And somehow found Ola Joseph in the left corner. Kick out Tavares. He'll drive. He'll pull up. He'll shoot. He'll score. Right in the middle of the paint. Much needed hoop. Stopped an 11-0 run. 31-25 with 1:43 to go in the first half. Jimmy Williams guarded by Tavares. Off the Dixon screen. Oh, Glasgow, good job coming from the backside to knock away a pass, but somebody got grabbed first. Yeah. Glasgow grabbed him.
Yeah, that left arm. Oh. Yeah, he got his left arm in there as he's trying to swim across the top to get the deflection with the right.
So David Dixon will shoot 2. Duquesne is attempting free throws 16 and 17 of the first half. First one, no good. Now, Duquesne does take 23 free throws a game. They're inside the top 100 in the country at getting to the free throw line and fourth best in the A10. And it makes sense when you've got the big bodies like Dixon and Hughley and, guards who can get themselves to the rim in Ginyard and Williams. Second shot for Dixon coming up. 1 for 2. 32-25 with 1:34 to go in the first half. Glasgow looking to get it in and gets knocked out of bounds by Duquesne. This is going to make the inbounds tougher, though, as now you can't, even though Daniil did not run the baseline, but now he definitely can't. And he's kind of in the corner near the sideline in the backcourt. And you still have to get it over the timeline before 20 on the shot clock. And they will without much issue. Tavares over to Amos on the left. Amos trying to drive against Edwards. They'll reverse it back out to Glasgow. Confident catch and shoot three for Daniil Glasgow. He did that Tuesday against St. Bonaventure, and he does it here, 32-28. Minute 9 to go. Third made three-pointer for the Ramblers today, 3 of 11. Duquesne's also 3 of 11. Natchez going to get down low against Amos. Natchez and Amos spins to the baseline, scores. 34-28 with 52 seconds left. And Loyola will use their 30-second use it or lose it timeout with 44.8 seconds left in the first half. Duquesne 34, Loyola 28. From jerseys to hats and more fan favorites, find everything you need to gear up for game day at Kohl's and Kohl's.com. And celebrate the life and enduring spirit of Sister Jean with the new Sister Jean Legacy Collection available now at the Loyola Bookstore and the Rambler Team Shop during men's basketball games. You can also explore the full collection online at LoyolaRamblers.com. Just click on the Sister Jean tab. So Ramblers fell down by 8 about a minute and a half ago. Now within 6 and have the basketball, and 44 seconds to go in the half, 23 on the shot clock. Again, with the way things are for Loyola, I don't think they're going to rush something here to get a 2-for-1 unless something opens up immediately. So you're looking at trying to score here and then get a stop to end the first half and maybe be down by 3 or 4 going into the locker room. And again, all things considered, you probably would sign up for that. Because leading at halftime for the Ramblers in A10 play hasn't necessarily worked out either. So just keep it close is what I'm trying to say. Ramblers have led at halftime 4 out of their 7 A10 games. They've only won 1 of them. And that was the opener against Rhode Island. Tavares, zone. Yeah, Duquesne, 3-2 with Natchez up top. Ola Joseph, left to Amos. Amos will take the 3 and bounces out. Rubin, the offensive rebound, and he got fouled. Miles will go to the line, 1-1.
Yeah, I don't mind that look from Amos either. I mean, got a chance to shoot it right over the top of a smaller defender than Miles doing what you should do against the zone, getting all active on the offensive glass.
Miles at the line. It's dipped a bit as of late, down to 56% on the year. Front end of the 1-and-1, air ball. So it'll be Duquesne basketball with 31.8 to go. And it's the 1 second difference, obviously, on the shot clock. So Duquesne now a chance to get this lead up to as many as 9 heading into the locker room. And Duquesne will call their timeout with 18.6 seconds left to go in the first half, 34-28. Well, a lot of people in the building probably are not aware of Miles not feeling well, but it's very apparent. So probably many in the crowd are looking at Miles and saying, what's going on? Why is he not playing to the level that we're used to? 4 points, 4 rebounds, 2 of 4 from the field, a couple of fouls. He's played 14 minutes. So, I mean, he's going to end up playing just about all but 5 minutes of this first half. And Ramblers are just fighting for their fighting for their season, I guess is the way to put it. Duquesne will inbound the ball here on the right sideline with Jimmy Williams, guarded by Amos. Gets it into Ginyard. 15 on the shot clock. It's 1 second difference, shot clock and game clock. So the shot goes up. If they take it the last second, it's going to be the end of the half. Tavares pokes it away from behind from Ginyard. Amos bats it around, can't grab it, and it goes off of Duquesne. Is this ball slippery today, though? I've seen a lot of guys just not able to hold the ball.
I don't know. Loyola getting a stop before the half, though. There we go.
1.9 on the clock. Let's get a 3-ball before this half ends. Time to serve up a buzzer beater of our own before halftime. Tavares looking. Will throw it to Rubin. Oh,
hey, just backcourt.
What the
guys?
That was a backcourt violation. Miles caught the ball in the front court, and then
is he are we serious?
And Glasgow was standing in the backcourt, and Miles passed it back to him. There'll be 0.3 left on the clock, and that is a summation of the season there. And now the officials are going to look to see how much time should be on the clock, because now Duquesne's saying, well, hey, is there more than 0.3? I mean,
get B Young on the ball.
And again, I'm going to chalk that up to Miles just not being all there. He's fighting through, so credit to him. But also, you got to wonder, potentially in that situation, Daniil probably should have already been sprinting into the front court when that ball was being passed to Miles to receive that next pass from him.
Yep,
so,
also true.
So it could be, you could say 50-50 potentially if you're going to make a blame pie, but I'd say if Miles was not, was feeling 100%, he probably just turns with the ball and throws it towards the hoop as opposed to passing in the backcourt. Clock is still at 0.3. The officials are talking. Yeah, Braden Young has come in here probably to guard the inbounds once they set up here. They've added 0.8 to the clock, so it's 1.1. So that's time for a quick dribble and a shot. Probably just more of a catch and shoot situation, though. Duquesne 14-5 to end the half after, remember, Loyola led 23-20 with about 4.5 minutes to go. And the officials are back to the monitor to continue to review the clock situation here. With, as of right now, 1.1 left. There was 1.9. There should be about 3 at most on the clock. I just saw a replay. And when Daniil caught the ball, there was 1.2, 1.3 on the clock. At least that was what was on the score bug on the screen. And they're going to keep it at 1.1. All right, bouncing to the corner. Jimmy Williams gets a shot off, and he misses it long. Good job by Daniil, staying straight up, hands straight up in the air, and made that shot as tough as it possibly could be. It's halftime at Gentile Arena, and Duquesne has a 6-point lead, 34-28. Stay tuned for today's halftime show, brought to you by Great Lakes Brewing Company, the official alumni-owned craft beer sponsor of Loyola Athletics. You can grab Great Lakes Brewing Company craft beer at Gentile Arena throughout the season. Again, the score at halftime, Duquesne 34, Loyola 28. The Great Lakes Brewing Company halftime show coming up next here on the Rambler Sports Network from Learfield.
Whether you're watching Rambler basketball from home or in Gentile Arena, be sure to do it while enjoying a Great Lakes Brewing Company beer. Great Lakes Brewing Company is an official alumni-owned craft beer sponsor of Loyola Athletics. Find Great Lakes Brewing Company beer inside Gentile Arena or wherever Great Lakes beers are sold. Great Lakes Brewing Company reminds you to please drink responsibly.
Rambler fans, howling for hunger? On the prowl for snacks? Then head to the Pack House concession stands in Gentile Arena for all your food and beverage needs. The main stands are located in the northeast and southwest corners of the Gentile Arena concourse, with satellite beer stations located in the northwest and southeast corners, plus a grab-and-go concept stand located across from the restrooms on the north side featuring Frito-Lay and Coca-Cola offerings. Go now or stay hungry.
Watching a game, going out to dinner, hosting an event? Firehouse Grill is your answer. With a fantastic bar area to watch sports, a family-friendly restaurant, and 2 private event spaces, Firehouse Grill is a great space for any night out. With their menu of popular burgers, delicious Detroit-style pizza, and inventive entrees, you can find something that everyone will love. Join them in Evanston for the next Rambler men's basketball away game, a night out, or a post-game meal. Visit them ahead of time at firehousegrill.net.
Ready for slam dunk experiences during basketball games? Head over to Ireland's for unforgettable pregame and postgame celebrations. Located on campus in the lower level of the Damon Student Center and proudly run by Loyola-led Enterprises undergraduate students. Head down and enjoy a delicious hot dog and pair it with a beer or seltzer of your choice. Ireland's, raising a glass to victory.
Make Pippin's Tavern a downtown campus men's basketball away game watch party sponsor. Your go-to spot for game days, dinner with friends, or your next big event. With a mouth-watering menu, craft cocktails, and plenty of TVs. Pippin's Tavern is the perfect place to catch all the action and enjoy a great meal in the heart of downtown Chicago. Planning a special occasion? Pippin's Tavern offers several private event spaces to make your celebration unforgettable. Visit pippenstavern.com to learn more and reserve your next event.
Whether you're watching Rambler basketball from home or in Gentile Arena, be sure to do it while enjoying a Great Lakes Brewing Company beer. Great Lakes Brewing Company is an official alumni-owned craft beer sponsor of Loyola Athletics. Find Great Lakes Brewing Company beer inside Gentile Arena or wherever Great Lakes beers are sold. Great Lakes Brewing Company reminds you to please drink responsibly.
Welcome to the Great Lakes Brewing Company halftime show here on the Rambler Sports Network from Learfield with the score at halftime, Duquesne 34 and Loyola 28. Sudi and CT back with you, and special thanks to our RSN correspondent who is now acting as our RSN audio engineer here courtside, Nate Keogh, for joining us here today. Taking a little bit off my plate. I don't have to push as many buttons during the game here today, so I can focus more on reading some stats to everybody here. 34-28, the score, Duquesne at halftime. Here are the stats for Loyola in the first half. 11 of 27 from the field, 40.7%. 3 of 12 from 3, 3 of 6 at the free throw line. Ramblers' leading scorers are Nick Anderson and Daewoo Tavares, each with 5 points in the game. Miles Rubin, again, battling the stomach bug, 4 rebounds to lead the way in that category. He also has 4 points and 1 block shot. Daywilk also has a team-high 3 assists and no turnovers in this game and a couple of steals. He's played 13 minutes and 22 seconds off the bench so far in this game. Loyola ended up with 8 turnovers in the first half. Duquesne scored 9 points off the turnovers. Duquesne had 7 turnovers, and Loyola scored 6 points off of turnovers. Ramblers are -2 on the glass. Both teams have 3 offensive rebounds. Loyola has the second chance points advantage, just barely 4-3. Duquesne in the first half, 10 of 23 from the field, 43.5%. Also 3 of 12 from the 3, 11 of 17, though, at the free throw line. Their leading scorers, Jimmy Williams, 11 points, 2 of 6 from the field, 5 of 6 at the free throw line. He also leads the team with 5 rebounds in the game. Their next highest scorers are Natchez, Hughley, and Edwards, who all have 4 points in the game. Terrence Ginyard has just 4 points on 1 of 3 from the field and 1 of 2 at the free throw line. Points in the paint, Loyola 16-14 advantage there. Duquesne 6-2 fast break point advantage. Rambler bench has scored 12 points. And again, that's being led by Daywilk with 5, Glasgow with a 3-pointer off the bench, and Alex Richardson has a couple of buckets as well. Duquesne led by as many as 8 in the first half. Loyola had a 3-point lead as their largest lead. 4 lead changes, 4 ties in the first half. Duquesne led for 11 minutes and 45 seconds in the first half. Loyola led for 4 minutes and 16 seconds in the first half. Well, CT, I ran through all those numbers, and we've run through the injuries, we've run through the stomach bugs, and seemingly a lot of things going against Loyola. And they were hanging closer than they are right now for most of this game, but obviously down 6 going into the second half in a position where here at home this is a winnable game. As we've watched, it's very clearly a winnable game for Loyola so far. Your thoughts from the first half?
Well, I mean, I think this is a winnable game, but it also reminds me of where we've been, the last few games. So we had George Mason here at home. We looked like that was very much a winnable game. We were very shorthanded against a great team and had all the opportunities in the world. We played about 30 minutes of really good basketball, and then there was just a 10-minute stretch in the second half where we got away. You could say the same thing against for Bonnie's as well. We were just right there. We were actually, up 14 at half, and then up 12 to 14 at half, and then we just gave up 54 points in the second half. So, Duquesne, they're probably getting chewed out right now. You overheard some of their coaches talking about how their team better not lose this game, and just saying a lot of negative things about us. They don't think very highly of this group at all. So, you got to think that they're getting chewed out right now. They're going to come out, especially in the first 5 minutes or so of this of the second half, and really try to pick up the pressure a little bit, try to bully us inside, and try to build some more separation. And they're probably going to start chirping a little bit too. So our guys just have to be ready for it.
Again, the score here at halftime: Duquesne 34, Loyola 28. Let's grab a look at some other A10 games going on. Last night, of course, just the bludgeoning of St. Bonaventure. I chuckle a little bit because I know, I was there post-game after the game Tuesday, obviously, and their radio announcers are interviewing the coach and who they end up talking to, Buddy Simmons, who scored 26 points in that game. And talking to him and saying, hey, hopefully this, is turning the corner for the team and going into Friday against a really good St. Louis team. And the Billikens came in and said, nope, right from the start. I think it was 33-8. The Billikens had a lead and they won 97-62. St. Louis is your hometown, CT, officially, and they got a pretty darn good team down there. You've been able to watch them a good amount?
Yeah, a little bit. They just got just tremendous balance. And Josh Schertz, I think you talk about X's and O's. He's one of the better coaches in the country as far as not being able to draw up sets and put his guys in position to score. We saw that a lot last year with the team that they had. Now they just had a similar situation to what we're going through now. They had a ton of injuries last season. They just didn't have a ton of depth. But now that he has the depth that he wants, he's able to run a bunch of different stuff, and he's got about 5 or 6 guys that can just really go, and they can all have big nights against you at any given point. They're just they're a really good team. I think they should be in the tournament, barring some unforeseen circumstances over the last 6 weeks of the season. But things are looking really good for them.
Yeah, Sharma led the way in that game. He had 29 points in 24 minutes off the bench, and so they continue to roll there. And now today, games going on at the same time. Rhode Island has a lead at home over George Mason right now, early in the second half, 38-33. How about this? St. Joe's has a lead early on in the second half against Dayton, 38-36. And then GW in Richmond just started. It's 10-3. GW has the lead in the first 3 minutes of that game. VCU plays at Davidson. That tips off 2 hours from now. CT, if there's one thing we do know for the most part about the Atlantic 10, there's going to be a lot of funky results, whether it's today, next game day, weeks from now. There's always going to be some weird things going on. So Rhode Island beating George Mason today, although a bit surprising, wouldn't be shocking. And St. Joe's beating Dayton today, maybe a little surprising, but also, again, wouldn't be shocking after we saw what Dayton had happen to them at LaSalle. All that to say is the A10 is pretty unpredictable, maybe outside of St. Louis right now with the way they are playing. Hey, the Bud Light Loft in Gentile Arena provides a fantastic sideline view of the court. It also offers plenty of exciting amenities, including all-inclusive food and beverage service with an elevated game day tailgate menu and a reserved countertop seat with access to high-top tables. If you're interested in season, group, or single-game tickets at the Bud Light Loft, visit RamblerTickets.com or call 773-508-WOLF. Take a break here on the Great Lakes Brewing Company halftime show. We'll come back with more. Ramblers trail 34-28 here on the Ramblers Sports Network from Learfield.
Watching a game, going out to dinner, hosting an event? Firehouse Grill is your answer. With a fantastic bar area to watch sports, a family-friendly restaurant, and 2 private event spaces, Firehouse Grill is a great space for any night out. With their menu of popular burgers, delicious Detroit-style pizza, and inventive entrees, you can find something that everyone will love. Join them in Evanston for the next Rambler men's basketball away game, a night out, or a post-game meal. Visit them ahead of time at firehousegrill.net.
Ready for slam dunk experiences during basketball games? Head over to Ireland's for unforgettable pregame and postgame celebrations. Located on campus in the lower level of the Damon Student Center and proudly run by Loyola-led Enterprises undergraduate students. Head down and enjoy a delicious hot dog and pair it with a beer or seltzer of your choice. Ireland's, raising a glass to victory.
Back here on the Great Lakes Brewing Company halftime show, Duquesne 34, Loyola 28. Ramblers have come back out here for warm-ups, and of course I'm looking for Miles Rubin to come back out here and be warming up for the second half. But if he is going to play in the second half, you would think he's probably getting some extra fluids right now in the locker room. Again, dealing with a stomach bug, but played 15 minutes in the first half. And again, Loyola. Kamani Winsu out of the lineup for the second time here today, but he's CT. He's looking pretty dapper. I mean, the guy's not playing. Have the black hoodie and the black sweatpants on, but he's got the flashy glasses. I can't tell what shoes he has, but you probably can know what sneakers Kamani has on. He's right here in front of you now. He's just when he's out of uniform, he's got the look. He's
looks sharp. Whatever's going to help him feel better. Make that take the pressure off that shin to get him back out here as soon as possible. You can do whatever.
Yeah, and again, looking for Miles here, but he has not yet emerged from the tunnel. But hopefully he will be, and hopefully he will be able to play. But again, he's the only one who really knows how he's feeling, and so we hope for the best in the second half for Miles Rubin. And going to need him if you want to come back from being down 6, 34-28 here at halftime. One final break here on the Great Lakes Brewing Company halftime show. And when we come back, it'll be time for the second half of action here on the Ramblers Sports Network from Learfield.
Make Pippin's Tavern a downtown campus men's basketball away game watch party sponsor. Your go-to spot for game days, dinner with friends, or your next big event. With a mouth-watering menu, craft cocktails, and plenty of TVs. Pippin's Tavern is the perfect place to catch all the action and enjoy a great meal in the heart of downtown Chicago. Planning a special occasion? Pippin's Tavern offers several private event spaces to make your celebration unforgettable. Visit pippinstavern.com to learn more and reserve your next event.
Whether you're watching Rambler basketball from home or in Gentile Arena, be sure to do it while enjoying a Great Lakes Brewing Company beer. Great Lakes Brewing Company is an official alumni-owned craft beer sponsor of Loyola Athletics. Find Great Lakes Brewing Company beer inside Gentile Arena or wherever Great Lakes beers are sold. Great Lakes Brewing Company reminds you to please drink responsibly.
Back inside Gentile Arena, getting set for the second half. I want to update what I was talking about before. Miles was sitting on the bench during the end of the warm-ups there, so he never really came out and got his shots up or anything, but he was sitting on the bench, sitting next to Connor Burton, head athletic trainer, and now he's in the huddle as if ready to go, looks like, for the second half. So that's at least what it looks like right now for the Ramblers. All right, CT, what needs to be done here? Down by 6. To get the victory here at home.
So, I mean, you just got to anticipate Duquesne. They're going to take a haymaker swing at us right now, see if they can put us away. They're going to feel like if they can jump on us early, that's when they're going to start feeling better about themselves, and that's when they think that we're just going to roll over and just let it, just accept defeat right now. But I think my guys are ready for that, and maybe even get ready to throw a counter punch right back at them. I think it's going to have Duquesne, thinking a little bit like, oh, okay, we can't just roll out here and put these guys away. They're going to have some fight to them, and I think it's just going to be a little bit tougher for them, and it's just going to be something that's in the back of their mind the rest of the second half. But if we come out here and let them score over 50 points, this is just going to lose, and we should just pack up everybody just goes home right now. We just get ahead of everything.
I got to stay. We got men's volleyball coming up after this as well. So I'll be switching to the other side of the court here and on Marquee Sports Network later today. All right, Duquesne has the basketball to begin the second half, and Ruben is out there with the original starting five: Reese, Anderson, Loyola, Joseph, Amos, and Miles. Ginyard turns the corner right at the elbow, passes down low to Dixon, throws up a wild reverse that rolls on the top of the backboard and down for a Rambler rebound. I think he thought he might get a foul call there. Reese into the front court, left side. He's got 3 fouls, remember that. So Daywilk played, at the end of that first half pretty well as the primary ball handler. Just got the job done. Ruben, left free throw line extended, poked away by Natchez and picked up by Dixon. Here come the Dukes. Trailer, Ginyard, 3, deep right, short, long rebound. Ginyard went down, so Anderson was free to get the rebound. Anderson ahead to Reese. Anderson on the left now. Nick Anderson. That's Ola Joseph out of the area, setting something up with Ruben. Bounce pass to Anderson, cutting to the hoop. Freshman Nick! Dunk. Nick Anderson from Miles Ruben on the give and go, 34-30. 7 now for Nick. Hall behind the screen, left side 3. Off the heel, defense. No good. Bad defense, worse shot. It was wide left and off the heel. 34-30. Ola Joseph down low, right of the lane. Against Natchez to the mid block. Has to lob it back out to Reese. Swings it left for Amos. Amos, he'll drive towards the baseline against Hall. Left of the lane, into the paint. Buries his way in and draws a foul on the shot, and Xavier Amos will shoot 2 on a second foul today on Brandon Hall. He made his first start of the season today. So Amos to the line where he's 3 of 4 today, all 3 of his points. He's 0 of 4 from the field. Getting the start in his second game back. Been dealing with a foot issue that he's had really his entire career. Spins in the first free throw. He's really dealt with it his first year at Northern Illinois, and then had cooperated the last couple of years, but it crept back up on him. Remember right before that Davidson game, we saw him out in warmups and then just didn't play. As he makes both free throws, it makes it 34-22. Jimmy Williams, sideline right. Natchez between the rings. Dribbles to his left, picks it up against Ola Joseph. Ginyard comes to get it. Anderson on him. Up top, caught by Hall. Steps to his right. Reese switches on him. Ola Joseph on Natchez. Natchez hands it off to Ginyard. Turns the corner, top of the nail. Push pass right to Jimmy Williams. Williams into the paint with 7
Get that out of here.
Ruben the block shot. Ola Joseph the rebound. Ahead to Amos. Amos to the hoop against Hall. Lays it up and in.
Good finish.
And the Ramblers have tied it at 34. A 6-0 start to the second half for Loyola. Dixon, bounce pass baseline left, gets it back from Jimmy Williams. Dixon now across the top of the key. Almost, that's a travel.
That's a travel, bro.
He picked up his pivot, the most clear travel you'll ever see. And then Natchez hits a 3. I mean, what are these guys watching that they don't see that? He came to a stop. His back foot was his pivot. He was falling forward, and then that back foot stepped forward. There was a reason why he was keeping that foot planted as long as he could. Loyola then turned it over on the other side. Duquesne has the ball, down by 3, or up by 3. Natchez driving right to the hoop. We'll lay it up and in. That's 5 points on the officials. 39-34. I mean, all we ask for is to make the obvious calls. Drew Valentine, though, is unhappy with his team with something that happened there in that last stretch. 16:56 to go in the first half, and we've got a timeout on the floor. Duquesne 39, Loyola 34. We'll step aside and be back in a moment here on the Rambler Sports Network from Learfield.
At Raising Cane's, we focus on being the best at one thing and getting it right every time, which is why every chicken finger meal we serve is marinated, hand-battered, cooked to order, and made just for you. Quality isn't complicated, and our menu is proof.
Raising Cane's chicken fingers, one love.
When you're on the move and looking for nonstop college sports action, get the Varsity Network app and take the game with you everywhere. Stream live play-by-play from schools across the country right from your phone, free. Catch hundreds of weekly podcasts, including shows from your favorite teams, all in one place. From football Saturdays to midweek hoops, it's your all-access pass to the college sports world. Whether it's game day or just your daily drive, the Varsity Network app has you covered. Download now and listen live for free on the Varsity Network app.
Looking for a doctor close to home? You don't have to travel far to find the leading edge of healthcare. With Loyola Medicine, hospitals and doctors' offices located throughout the west, south, and southwest suburbs, advanced medical technology and top-rated physicians are right in your neighborhood. At Loyola Medicine, the official healthcare system and sports medicine sponsor of Loyola Athletics, it's easy to find an exceptional doctor at a convenient location. Go to loyolamedicine.org/doctor to find your Loyola doctor today.
Back inside Gentile Arena with 16:56 to go in the second half. Ramblers started the second half 6-0, would tie the game at 34, but Duquesne has now scored 5 straight and have regained the lead 39-34. Loyola, a couple of defensive breakdowns here in the second half. The first of which they were bailed out on a missed three-pointer, but this last time down the floor, I think Natchez got way too easy of a drive to the basket. And so the Ramblers are back down by 5, but obviously still pretty much right there neck and neck with this Duquesne team. Xavier Amos with a good stretch, got to the free throw line, also had a transition bucket as well. And he'll stay in with Reese, Anderson, Glasgow, and Rubin, the 5 on the floor here. Ramblers will have the ball in the front court. 16:56 to go. Down by 5. Reese over to Anderson, gets it back between the rings, dribbles to the right. Amos pops out free for 3, short. Offensive rebound, though. If it wasn't Anderson, it would have been Glasgow. Amos again, open short. Left wing, short again. Anderson, another freshman, offensive rebound. And now Anderson up fakes a 3, gives it to Rubin, left baseline against Natchez. Natchez bumps into him. Rubin got doubled, had it poked away. It finds Anderson. He'll take a 3. Short. He'll miss it short and wide left. And Natchez the rebound. And here come the Dukes. Anderson got 2 offensive rebounds, and the Ramblers missed 4. 3 shots overall. And Reese just picked up a 4th foul, trying to cut off a baseline drive. Loyola now has 5 offensive rebounds, but only 4 second chance points. Tavares in for Reese, and Jay Wilkes going to have to go a real long time here as he gets as the one. And working around the perimeter off the inbounds pass, and a 3-pointer is in and out for Brandon Hall, open from the left side. Ramblers the rebound. Tavares into the front court. Left for Amos. Now Glasgow up top. Bumps into Ginyard. Fakes left, passes right. Tavares lobs it for Rubin, catches top of the key. Dixon trying to knock the ball away. Amos takes the handoff and takes the 3 again and makes this one. Amos becomes the first Rambler in double figures. It's 39-37 Duquesne. Natchez out top. Guarded by Glasgow. Takes him down low. Ducks the shoulder.
Good job, Daniil.
Rubin helping out, and Daniil staying strong. And a pass, I guess that was for Dixon, is intercepted by Rubin. Tavares into the front court. Guarded by Ginyard. Tavares out deep top side. Bounces for Rubin. Rubin gives to Amos. They leave him free again, and it spins out no good from 3. I mean, Amos is getting, obviously he's got good length to shoot over the top, but they're also backing off on him. Rubin challenged by Hall, who scores it off the window and in. So Hall, his first field goal, 3 points, 41-37 Duquesne. Amos right wing. Dribbles to the top. Push pass left for Anderson. Anderson gives to Rubin. Left free throw line extended. Glasgow catch and shoot. No good on the 3. Rebound Ginyard. Long outlet. Only person there, Jimmy Williams, dunk.
Yeah, there's too many guys in no man's land right there. So Daniil takes a shot. You'd think that freshman Nick and Daywilk especially would be the one getting back in transition. Neither one of those guys did anything.
Rubin down low, double team, kick out Amos. Extra pass, Glasgow, open three. Too strong, rebound Ginyard. Transition Duquesne, they're up by 6. Ginyard to the hoop, and that'll be a blocking foul. And 2 free throws for Duquesne on the other side of a timeout. 14-19 left to go. Duquesne has regained their 6-point halftime lead and a chance to push it out with free throws coming up next. This is Loyola basketball from Learfield.
Your holiday decor is down and suddenly your house looks very January. Kohl's can help you bring the spark back. No twinkle lights needed. Save on bedding that feels like a snow day. Decor that'll boost the mood. And Shark vacuums because, yes, you're still finding pine needles. Get an extra 15% off some of your faves store-wide. And beat those winter blahs at Kohl's. Select styles. Offer ends January 25th. Some exclusions apply. Coupons do not apply to Shark. See store or Kohls.com for details.
With a good retirement strategy, nothing is out of bounds. But without one, you risk penalties you didn't see coming. Join us live online for Retirement Planning University. It's interactive, instructor-led, and covers what you need to know when it comes to retirement planning, taxes, income strategies, common mistakes, and more. All from the comfort of home at no cost. Reserve your seat at helpingamericaretire.com. That's helpingamericaretire.com. Retirement Planning University is a nonprofit and an accredited university. Loyola University is not a client. See website for disclosures. Go Ramblers!
Loyola Medicine, the official health system and sports medicine sponsor of Loyola Athletics, provides life-saving care. Loyola Medicine's top-rated doctors diagnose, treat, and manage both common conditions and complex diseases. Visit loyolamedicine.org/schedule now to make your appointment today. 14-19 to go. Duquesne 43, Loyola 37. Ramblers, Devo Tavares just picked up a 3rd foul. And we'll have free throws coming for Duquesne. They'll try to push this lead back out to the largest it's been, which was 8 in that first half. Second half here, Loyola is 3 of 9 from the field. All but 2 of their shots have been threes. They're 1 of 7 from 3, and they have made a couple of free throws. Duquesne is 4 of 10 here in the second half, 1 of 4 from 3. And the Ramblers shooting 39% for the game. Duquesne at 42%. Duquesne has 11 points off of 10 Rambler turnovers. Duquesne has 7 turnovers, and Loyola has 6 points off the turnovers. Ramblers have grabbed 5 offensive rebounds and are +2 on the glass, but only a 4-3 second chance points advantage in this ball game. And CT, we've seen Caleb Reese pick up a 4th foul. Devo Tavares is now up to 3. But he's going to stay out there. And again, effectively, he's the 1. Nick Anderson, the 2. And say Glasgow, the 3. Ola Joseph, the 4. And Rubin out there as the 5. I mean, again, it's a cobbled together lineup of sorts here for Drew Valentine.
Hey, just got to get the ball across half court and then hit Miles at the high post and then just get it to your offense that way. I mean, I think that's just going to be our best bet.
Ginyard's at the line. He only has 4 points today. 1 of 2 at the line. Makes the first.
Yeah, but Scott, a lot of that can be negated. I mean, if we get stops on defense and we'd be able just to outlet it to any number of these guys, really. I mean, it's just when you have to inbound the ball against, like, after a made basket, that's where you might run into a little bit of trouble.
Both free throws good, 45-37 with 14-19 to go. Ginyard will guard Tavares in the backcourt. We'll bring it across half court, left to right. Bounces it to Rubin, top side. Hughley back in, guarding him. Rubin walks it over to the left, hands off Tavares, turns the corner, pulls up 17 feet, got it. Daywilk with 7, 45-39, 6-point Duquesne lead. Ginyard out top has Ola Joseph on him. Hughley catches just inside the arc, lobs it back to Ginyard left side. He dribbles back around the perimeter to the right, bounce pass to Hughley. Gives it up to the corner to Edwards. Now Hughley going to the rim against 2 small men, and he throws it away. He got by Ola Joseph, and Tavares was in front of him, and he never looked at the rim. Way too unselfish, and a bad pass. Turnover, Rambler ball. Tavares tied his sneaker back up, and Glasgow will inbound the basketball right in front of us to Daywilk in the backcourt. It's over to Nick Anderson. Sideline left, Ola Joseph. Ola Joseph Walking around the perimeter with the dribble. Tavares bounces it for Rubin. Tavares curls around, not open. Rubin may have got away with a carry. Gets to Tavares, pulls up again. Top of the key. No good on that 18-footer. Rebound Duquesne. Ramblers have defenders back. Ginyard steps to the right around Tavares, misses, and Ola Joseph cleans up the glass. Tavares will push it into Hughley, finds Glasgow, right corner for three. No good, too strong. Rebound by Hughley. Long outlet pass. Tavares back again against Ginyard, who floats it up and in. 47-39. Tavares playing with 3 fouls and really, again, defensively, pretty much doing what you need to do in those situations there. Got to miss the first time, but Ginyard makes that. Rubin up top. It's Hughley in his face. Grabbed as he was cutting to the paint. Edwards the foul. Second foul for Edwards. Richardson in, Rubin out. Amos also returns. Anderson checks out. Baseline inbounds pass for the Ramblers, down by 8 with 12:34 to go. Tavares gets it into Richardson. Left wing with it. Dribbles to the top. Amos trying to come over to get the handoff, and Alex Williams reaches in and fouls Alex Richardson. So 2 quick fouls on Duquesne. 3rd on the team. Tavares, Glasgow left wing. Glasgow dribbles to the baseline. Finds Richardson now. Hand off to Tavares. Tavares to his left, crosses over. In and out dribble across the paint. Bounces to Ola Joseph. Powers it up and dunks it. 47-41. Good action there. Set up by Tavares. Hughley, his bounce pass, bad pass, knocked away by Ola Joseph. I mean, the pass knocked away itself as it bounced into JOJ. And the Ramblers come the other way. Richardson hands off to Amos behind the screen. Now finds Glasgow between the rings. Moves it right for Ola Joseph. Again, almost fumbled out of bounds. Richardson lets Amos go by. Nowhere to go with it. Hughley reaching in and called for a foul. Well, it's 14 fouls now on Duquesne, and Hughley, that's 2 fouls on him, and they've both been out beyond the perimeter. 11:40 left to go in the second half. We've got a timeout on the floor. Duquesne 47, Loyola 41. This is Rambler basketball from Learfield.
Hey, Rambler fans, want to make a year-round impact on Loyola athletics? You can by supporting the Loyola Athletic Fund or the team that means the most to you. Every gift, no matter the size, helps our student-athletes pursue excellence in competition, in the classroom, and in the community. Visit LoyolaRamblers.com and click on the Support tab to make your gift today. Invest in leaders. Invest in champions, on and off the court. Thank you for everything you do for your Ramblers.
Hey Rambler fans, this is Cam Crutwig. When I'm not playing on the court, my favorite place to be is in the stands to see it live. And when I need tickets, I go to my friends at TicketEstore.com. As the official ticketing sponsor of Loyola Athletics and an alumni-owned business, Ticket eStore has gotten fans into the events they love for more than 20 years. Whether it's sports, concert, or theater, Ticket eStore has you covered for less than the other guys. Let's go Ramblers.
Rambler fans, make plans for your next trip to Gentile Arena by visiting RamblerTickets.com, your official source for Loyola Athletics tickets. Men's basketball seats start at only $15 per game. Visit RamblerTickets.com or call 773-508-WOLF. Well, in the continued saga of the Atlantic 10, you don't know what to expect. Rhode Island still has a lead with 8:57 to go in the second half, 53-50 at home against George Mason. St. Joe's is on top of Dayton, 53-45 with 11 minutes to go in that game. And then GW is taking care of business at home right now over Richmond, 38-24, late in the first half. And this one here, 11:40 to go. Duquesne 47, Loyola 41. Duquesne been called for really 3 quick fouls in the last couple of moments here. And Loyola will have the basketball down by 6 and plenty of time remaining. So CT right now, Loyola is still fighting But it's coming up in that time of the game right now, right about now, let's say, where a team that is undermanned and trying to just do what it can to stay in ball games. This is maybe the next 5 minutes is where you tend to lose the legs and lose any momentum that you might have and really fall down the mountain.
Yeah, I mean, and a great way to lose momentum is like taking bad shots and then not getting back on defense and giving up some easy opportunities in transition. So we see Duquesne, they're really trying to push tempo, especially after misses. So, I mean, if you're a guy that's not going to the offensive glass, you got to get back. And even if you are a guy going to the offensive glass, you don't get it. You got to be a good teammate and sprint back to be able to help your guys out.
Reese is back in the game with 4 fouls. Ola Joseph, Amos, Anderson, and Glasgow, Richardson and Glasgow. Richardson tried a lob to Richardson that got knocked away. And Duquesne moves it ahead into the front court. Glasgow watching Jimmy Williams up top with it. Williams off a Dixon screen. Richardson switches out on Williams. Now pass to Alex Williams, guarded by Alex Richardson. Now Jimmy Williams into Ola Joseph, right of the lane. Fade away from the baseline, no good. Dixon was fouled by Glasgow, I suppose, on the rebounding action. And now Caleb hit the ground hard.
Come on, Caleb.
Glasgow the foul. And Caleb now sitting up.
All right, he's all right.
Glasgow, yeah. Caleb fell down on his left side, hip and shoulder maybe, as he was going up for the rebound against Dixon. Glasgow called for the foul, his second. Caleb comes out. Daywilk returns. 11:04 to go. 47-41 Duquesne. Micah will inbound on the baseline. Looking, gets it into Dixon, left to the lane. Throws it out to Edwards, top side. He'll take a three. He'll miss the three as it went high off the back iron, came down off the front rim, and Richardson got the rebound. Tavares into the front court, bounces it to Alex. Richardson being hounded, finds Tavares cutting free, open to the rim, lays it up and in. Daywilk and Alex working well together. Tavares is up to 9 points. Ramblers down by 4.
Don't reach, Daywilk. Don't reach.
Alex Williams against Ola Joseph. Hands off to Edwards. Return to Williams. Into Richardson. Throws up a wild shot. Got fouled. Hands straight up, but they're going to say body contact. Well, I think the call there is more so that Richardson was sliding over to help, and he was well inside the restricted area. That's my interpretation of that foul call. His third, 2 shots for Alex Williams, who's 1 for 2 at the line today. Now 2 for 3. Rubin and Anderson in, Glasgow and Richardson out. Both of them giving the Ramblers some pretty solid minutes here overall. Glasgow has had some open shots he hasn't made. He's 1 of 4, but they've been good, clean looks and confident shots. Both free throws good. 49-43 Duquesne with 10:27 to go. Rubin takes the inbounds pass to the backcourt, hands off to Tavares and sets the screen on Jimmy Williams, allowing Tavares to get to the front court easily. Rubin catches top of the key, gets Dixon in the air, drives down the left side to the hoop and scores. A little bit slower maybe than we're used to seeing Miles finish that, but he got enough by Dixon and finished high off the window. 49-45. Dixon out beyond the wing right side. Amos and Alex Williams spin into each other. Ola Joseph with the block shot and gets the deflected ball and he gets fouled.
Frustration foul.
JOJ with his, I'd say, at least third junkyard dog play of the game, CT. His third, I'd say, at least.
I had 2 offensive rebounds and putbacks early, and then that one. Yeah, for sure.
We might have to, in the future, keep a tally of plays like that, CT, just to have an unofficial, or I guess in our case, it'd be an official tally of plays like that. 9:53 and counting left to go in the second half. 49-45 Duquesne. That was the 5th Duquesne foul of the second half. Tavares finds Ola Joseph in the corner. Now Rubin top side. Rubin. Amos, right wing. Rubin, he rejects the screen, Amos does. Brings it down low to the baseline, 10 to shoot. They reach around, try to poke it away. 2 men in the air, and he gets fouled, and Amos will shoot a pair. Had to stay really strong with that. He had both Edwards and Dixon swiping at the ball, and then got them both in the air on an up fake. That's some undisciplined defense by Duquesne and 2 shots for Amos.
Yeah, I think they got Max Edwards on that one, so that's his third.
Yeah, third foul. He had a technical foul as one of his fouls. Amos shooting a pair, got the first. X now has 11. He's the only Rambler in double figures. Tavares has 9. Jimmy Williams has 13 for Duquesne. With this free throw, he can pull Loyola within 2 with 9:32 to go. In the air. Got it. 2-point game. Ramblers not going away. 9:28 to go. No Justin Moore, no Kamani Winsu, no Cade Dotson, no Chuck Love. Miles Rubin battling a stomach bug and battling through it on the floor today. Ginyard in and out behind a Dixon screen. Finds Edwards down the baseline, who hands it off to Dixon.
X, come on, bro.
And Buckingham a foul. I thought I heard the whistling before that, but it's going to be a chance for a 3-point play. Second foul on Amos.
Yeah, that's one of those little soft ticky-tack fouls on X. I mean, it's definitely a foul. I'm not disagreeing with the ref, but if you're X right there, if you're going to foul a guy, got to swipe down hard on his wrist so he can't get the ball up on the glass and risk giving up a 3-point play.
Dixon is 1 of 2 at the line, 81% on the season, misses. Rubin the rebound, so it stays a 4-point game. Miles with 7 rebounds, 4 assists, 6 points. And has played in 23 minutes. Rubin driving from the left wing to the baseline down low. Kicks it out to Tavares. He'll drive left. Gets it stripped away. Rubin tracks it down. Throws a pass out that was going to go to me, but Nick Anderson has it. Anderson, right elbow. Pal Amos. He'll drive. Float one up short. Rebound. Gets knocked out. Natchez ahead to Edwards. Tavares trying to get back, and he'll let him go for the lay-in, as Daywillick would have picked up a 4th foul there. 53-47 Duquesne. Back to a 6-point game. Rubin, top against Dixon. Anderson gets the handoff. DeMichael goes down. Anderson steps over him. And then Amos to Tavares, corner 3, no good. JOJ fights for the rebound, but Natchez and then Anderson. Oh, they'll call foul on either Anderson or JOJ. Reaching in, looking for a tie-up. And that'll be a 6th team foul. They'll call it on Anderson. 8:18 to go. Duquesne by 6. Reese and Glasgow back in. Anderson, Ola Joseph, and Rubin stay in there. Sideline right. Edwards up top. Dixon hands off Ginyard. Ginyard behind the screen. Reese trying to fight through. Ginyard will take the 3 and make it. 9-point game, 56-47. So the largest the lead has been now. 7:54 to go. Reese sideline left. Ola Joseph top of the nail, over the top. Rubin can't catch it. Edwards stepped out of bounds though. It'll be Rambler ball when we come back from the timeout, but now they're down by 9. They were down by 6 at the last timeout. Now they're down by 9. They had it within 2. But a 7-0 run over the last minute and 34 by the Dukes. 56-47 Duquesne, 7:40 left to go. This is Rambler basketball from Learfield.
JB Alberto's has had a passion for pizza since 1965. Each JB Alberto's pizza starts with its own unique handcrafted dough. It's topped with flavorful homemade pizza sauce, crafted from sun-ripened tomatoes, 100% real mozzarella cheese, ingredients cut fresh daily, and top-quality meats. Visit jbalbertos.com to order online or call them at 773-973-1700. JB Alberto's, the official pizza sponsor of Loyola Athletics.
This is Rambler softball player Ali Palowitz on behalf of Midway Restoration Services, the presenting sponsor of Rambler softball. They are a family-owned business who have been serving all of Chicagoland for more than 35 years. They provide emergency restoration services for a variety of emergency situations, including water damage, fire, mold, and biohazards. Midway Restoration Services is the one call you need to make to help manage the cleanup and restoration for your home or business. Call them 24/7, 365 at 312-226-1101 or visit them at midwayrestoration.com.
Team Impact is a therapeutic 2-year program that matches children facing serious illness and disabilities with college sports teams, creating a long-term, life-changing experience for everyone involved. Loyola Medicine sponsors the Ramblers' relationship with Team Impact, which currently includes 2 active matches and 10 matches all time. Team Impact getting all kids in the game, all in, all together. Well, the Ramblers sliding here, and now are in the danger zone with 7:40 left to go, down by 9, 56-47. They'll have the basketball with 9 on the shot clock and an under out of bounds upcoming. And going to need someone to get hot here, CT, while also shoring up the defense. 9-point deficit and 7:40 left to go in this game.
Yeah, I mean, I think the defense, that one's going to be key, especially in transition as well. So, I think we're doing a pretty good job sharing the ball, getting some good looks. But the challenge is when the ball goes up, it's unclear on who's supposed to be getting back and who's supposed to be going to the glass. So we've seen a couple times where Duquesne's gotten a couple run-outs for baskets in this half, and then got a couple plays where we've gotten some lucky breaks where they're able to get all the way to the rim and transition. Then for whatever reason, they're just not able to finish. But still, we getting those types of opportunities a little bit worrisome, especially at this point in the season. But still got just under 8 minutes to go, so still opportunity to climb back into this one.
Ramblers have Anderson, Ola, Joseph, Reese, Glasgow, and Rubin on the floor. Glasgow will inbound from the baseline. Lobs it out to Rubin. 8 on the shot clock. Rubin with 6. Rubin has to move into the paint with 4. Left-hand shot blocked by Dixon. Loose ball picked up by Dixon. Duquesne has a chance for a double-figure lead. They get it ahead to Edwards. He'll take a 3. He'll miss it in transition. Maybe a helpful thing there for the Ramblers.
Yeah, that was a terrible shot.
And Loyola the rebound. Maximus Edwards is a 31% three-point shooter. Rubin. Ola Joseph comes to get the handoff. Behind the Rubin screen. He will take a long 3. It spins around and out. Following up his own rebound, but Daniil got fouled anyways. And if not, Ola Joseph would have had the rebound.
Yeah. I know we ended up getting the rebound, or at least getting a foul call off that one. But JOJ, that wasn't the shot either. That's why he's going to go sit down next to Drew.
Amos is going to come in for him.
Yeah, and you can read Drew's lips. He just asked him what the F was that. Yeah, and I tend to agree.
Glasgow, it'll be 1-1. That was the 7th team foul. So Glasgow to the line. First one up. Got it.
Nice.
Another Burnett. He's 4 of 6 at the line this season. Daniil now with 4 points today. His season high was 6 against Colorado State. To make it a 7-point game. He does. 56-49, 7:04 to go. Ginyard, cross half court, followed by Reese. Hands it off to Natchez. Now Edwards on the right. Back to Ginyard. Dixon, handoff Ginyard. Around the screen to the right. Passes right to Edwards. Fires it down low. Poked away by Anderson. Good help defense because Rubin got lost. Now Anderson bumps into Edwards across half court. That could have been something that led to a walk or an offensive foul, but Ramblers have it securely. Rubin with Dixon on him out beyond the three-point line. Rubin, he just got swiped up in the face by Dixon, and the whistle came late. And then Miles says to Dixon, I'm all right. No worries there. But Miles will be at the line shooting 1-1, where the first time he was there, let's just say it didn't go well. Need him to correct it here. Front end of a 1-1 in a 7-point game with 6:31 to go. It's high in the air and good. A second free throw coming from Miles, 56-50. Miles now with 7 points, 7 rebounds, 4 assists, 2 blocks in 26 minutes, battling a stomach bug here today. Let's get it down to 5. It's in the air. Bounces out. Rebound Dixon. 56-50 with 6:28 to go. And timeout Duquesne. The Ramblers within 2 possessions now with 6:25 to go. So a good answer after being down by 9 at that last timeout. getting some stops, getting some points, and now looking to continue to build upon that right now. Visit Candlelight Chicago, Firehouse Grill, Pippin's Tavern, or Streeter's Tavern Friday, this coming Friday, January the 30th. The Ramblers will be in Richmond to take on the VCU Rams. That'll be an 8 o'clock Central Time start. That game is starting 9 o'clock Eastern Time next Friday night to accommodate the ESPN broadcast. Each is located close to the downtown or lakeshore campuses and features delicious food options and beverage specials during Ramblers away games. All away games this season can be viewed at any of these locations as they are the men's basketball away game watch party sponsors. All right, looking at the situation here, Duquesne has 18 fouls. Loyola has 6, so we got a lot of free throws potentially coming. 2 timeouts left for each team. Loyola has the possession arrow. Caleb Reese has 4 fouls for the Ramblers. Tavares and Richardson each have 3. And 2 players for the Dukes have 3. Maximus Edwards and Alex Williams, 2 bench players, have those 3 fouls for the Dukes. Ginyard with the basketball. Bounces it for Jimmy Williams, guarded by Amos. Around a double screen, curls down the right lane line, has to back it out against Amos. Gives it up to Ginyard. 10 to shoot. Dixon the screen. Rubin switches on Ginyard. Ginyard takes the 3 and makes it 59-50 with 6 minutes left. Duquesne's made 4 of its last 5 shots. Loyola's missed its last 4.
Yeah, Reese.
Reese trying a foul on Ginyard. I thought they would get Rubin for an illegal screen because if he had made more contact, he probably would have got called for it, Rubin, because he kind of stepped in very late into Ginyard. I think that's what Ginyard is talking about. And so Caleb will shoot 1 and 1. They need to take advantage of these. Misses and rebound Duquesne. They're going to push it up. Chance to go to double figures for the first time today with 5:40 left to go. Ginyard, 3-ball, left side, another make. 62-50 with 5:30 left. Anderson drives left baseline into Dixon. Contact, no foul. Shot no good. Rebound Natchez. And
so I got you to stop here.
Ginyard across half court, right side. Jimmy Williams to his left. Lobs over the top to Dixon at the rim. Blocked from behind by Anderson.
Yeah, freshman Nick.
Now Reese trying to get into the front court. He does. So Loyola keeping some hope alive there with that defensive play. Anderson turns the corner. Got bumped and throws up a shot. He spun it in.
Oh, come on. Oh.
Yeah, that should be a good basket. He got bumped, and as he's falling down, he throws the shot up. He never dribbled again. It was a crazy shot. I'll give him that. I mean, it'll be 2 shots. That should be a good basket.
Boo. Yeah, boo that man.
I'm watching the replay right now. Bumped, doesn't dribble, throws the shot up as he's falling to the floor. Bad call by the officials. And Nick makes the first free throw. Should have been a 3-point play. .451 to go, 62-51. To make it a 10-point game. He does, 62-52. Anderson with 9.
He got 6 rebounds, too. Doing a good job on the glass.
Ginyard into the front court. Guarded by Reese. Ginyard between the rings, still dribbling, now to the left. Reese stays with him. Hughley takes a handoff, sets the screen. Down low, Natchez against Rubin, throws a pass that Glasgow got a hand on. Reese trying to save it in bounds. He's not able to with 4 on the shot clock. 4:24 to go. Ramblers trail by 10. Tavares in, Anderson out. Nope. Reese out. 4 on the shot clock. Inbound. Corner. Williams. 3 ball in the air. Swish. 65-52 Duquesne. Ola Joseph down the baseline. Kick out Anderson. He'll take a 3. He'll miss it. Offensive rebound loose. Ola Joseph lays it up and in. 65-54 with 4 minutes left. Ginyard to his right. Will take another 3 and make another 3. Duquesne's made about 4 consecutive threes, and none of them have hit the rim at all. 68-54 with 3:40 left, and Loyola is about to lose its 7th consecutive game. And again, struck another blow today. We got a couple players back, and then you lose one, and Miles, all the credit in the world to him. He has played pretty well, fighting a stomach bug as Daniil Glasgow drives towards the rim, gets fouled, and we'll have a pair of free throws when we come back. 3:25 left to go on this one. Duquesne 68, Loyola 54. We'll come back and wrap this one up. The conclusion of it coming up next here on the Rambler Sports Network from Learfield.
This is Ramblers men's basketball player Braden Young on behalf of the law firm Kupiec and Martin. Founded in 2008 by Loyola alums Dave Kupiec, Kupiec and Martin is a trusted multi-state tax law firm with almost 60 years of experience advising businesses with state and local income, franchise, and sales tax matters. Their expertise was developed from working in-house at large publicly owned corporate tax departments, Big Four accounting firms, and state agencies. Contact them at 312-632-1022 or visit them at kupiecandmartin.com. Go Blurs!
JB Alberto's is the official pizza sponsor of Loyola Athletics. Although they've had passion for pizza since 1965, their menu also includes appetizers, salads, chicken, ribs, seafood, steak, pastas, sandwiches, burgers, and desserts. Check out their daily specials and order online at jbalbertos.com. You can also call them at 773-973-1700 for all of your catering needs.
3:25 left to go in this one. It's Duquesne 68, Loyola 54. Ramblers got this game tied to begin the second half at 34 and got back to within 2 at one point as well. I think that was 51-49 or 49-47, somewhere in that range. And then this last 5 or so minutes, Duquesne has tried to knock down the 3 ball, and in the second half, Duquesne has made 6 of 11 from 3, and they're 9 of 23 overall. And the Ramblers are 4 of 23 from 3. So there's a clear 15-point difference there on the 3-point shot, and the scoreboard is a 14-point difference between the Dukes and the Ramblers. Again, obviously you wonder what the situation would be if you had Kamani, and if Cade was able to come back today, and obviously if you had your full allotment of players, I would truly believe this would look a lot different. Not saying Duquesne wouldn't be able to come in and win, but just the game would look a lot different. And Loyola fighting as hard as they can, but just don't have the bodies. Partly, it's not only that, right? CT. It's not just they don't have the bodies. I mean, still.
They
have to be
don't able to
execute.
They don't execute
right.
or prevent. Oh, excuse me. They don't execute very well. I mean, just in general. I mean, they go through a lot of like lulls, especially on offense, and you don't necessarily need to be a basketball expert, but if you have 4 guys on all standing on the perimeter and on the same side of the floor, and the ball's just staying over there, and guys are just dribbling, running into each other, that's probably not the play that Drew decided or drew up in the huddle. And no pun intended there. But then also, I mean, you can kind of see it when we're around the team on. When they're doing walkthroughs and the huddle and trying to prepare for some of these away games. I mean, there's certain guys that they will literally go out there and mess up the exact same thing that the group in front of them just ran. And you start to see it when they get out here today because things are all out of sort. And then they're also on defense. They're a step or two late on everything. It's just hard to fathom that type of stuff, but especially knowing that Drew and his staff, they put the effort in and the amount of detail that goes to the scouting report, and then you still have guys out here that just can't execute it.
Glasgow made both free throws, so he has a season-high 7 points at 68-56 with 3:12 left to go. Ginyard to the left to Jimmy Williams. Back to Ginyard. Ginyard crosses over to his right. Amos jumps out on him. Ginyard with 8 to shoot. Gives to Natchez. They hand off. They set up that natural screen. Takes a tough two-pointer wide left. Reese gets the rebound off the floor against Natchez. Up ahead to Anderson. Anderson spins to the hoop and got it blocked. Couldn't get it up off the window. Now Jimmy Williams will go attack Miles and pass it to Natchez. And had it knocked away. Duquesne ball with 2:45 left, and they lead by 12. Being a baseline inbounds play. Atop to Natchez. Ginyard, who had 4 points in the first half, has 16 here in the second. Jimmy Williams, sideline right. Drives to the baseline. Slips down, kept the dribble alive, though. And now 4 to shoot. Natchez for 3. Short. Offensive rebound almost there for Dixon. Rubin ahead to Reese. Up ahead, Glasgow. Back to Reese now. Rubin between the rings with 2:12 left, down by 12. Anderson comes to get it. Anderson trying to get Hall off of him. Rubin sets the screen. Anderson to his right. He drives underneath, flies it out to Reese. He'll take a 3. Miss it short. And rebound by Ginyard.
Why not? Step up with confidence. Let her fly.
Minute 55 to go. 12-point Duquesne lead. Ginyard back and forth with the dribble out near half court. Duquesne's going to go to 3-4 in A10 play, 11-9 overall.
Good defense, Caleb.
Ginyard got to the hoop and missed. Ramblers come in transition with 90 seconds left. Reese driving to the hoop. Corner pass. Ola Joseph, 3. Too strong. Air ball. .105 left to go. 68-56.
So right now, I mean, Drew's calling for a certain coverage, and then there's a guy JOJ wasn't on top of the gate.
Got an offensive rebound off a miss. Got a second offensive rebound off a miss. And Duquesne calling timeout. I think they just want to make some changes and put this one officially away. With 45.8 seconds left, 68-56. Duquesne on top of Loyola. Zach Royster and Sam Urasek are going to check in here for the Ramblers. And Loyola, well, St. Joseph is coming in next. And they're going to be feeling good because they're about to beat Dayton. A tough week in Philadelphia for the Dayton Flyers. They're going to lose to both LaSalle and St. Joe's. So much for those at-large hopes for Dayton. I mean, they were pretty much already wiped away when they lost to LaSalle, but I think any outside hope is now fully wiped away for them. And the A10's at-large hopes rest on the shoulders of St. Louis, and they might do it even if they don't win the A10 tournament. Then George Mason certainly they're in play, but they're going to need to go pretty flawless through A10 play, kind of like last year. Duquesne will inbound the ball with 45 seconds left. 68-56. Well, the score in each half has been exactly the same as of right now, 34-28. And now 37-28 as Ginyard makes a 3. With 32 seconds left. That is salt in the wounds. 71-56 with 24 seconds left. Richardson down low, mid-block right. Kick out Reese, extra pass, Royster. He'll take a 3. He makes it. And that's the 5th made 3-pointer for the Ramblers today, and that's significant because Raising Cane's 5 3-pointer challenge today to get some free chicken, and the challenge has officially been met. So the fans do win that as the buzzer sounds, and the final score is Duquesne 71, Loyola 59. We will have the JB Alberto's postgame show coming up next here on the Ramblers Sports Network from Learfield as the Ramblers fall 71-59.
What's up, Loyola fans? This is Cam Krutwig all the way from League ACB in Spain. Do you want to attend the games and concert tickets you love for less? I'm here to tell you to check out my favorite place for tickets, TicketEstore.com. Whether you want to be courtside or in the pit, Ticket eStore has you covered. With more than 20 years in the business and a wide selection of events, TicketEstore.com is alumni-owned and a proud official ticketing sponsor of Loyola Athletics. Tell them I sent you.
Hi, I'm Molly Fowler, co-owner of Candlelight on Western. For 75 years, Candlelight has been feeding Rogers Park and Loyola fans with pizza so good, it's always nothing but now. From Cracker Crisp tavern-style pies to warm ciders, we bring full court flavor every night. And if you mention this ad on game day, we'll chest pass you a free appetizer on the house. Family owned, fan approved, and always a win. Candlelight, a sign of good times.
Known as the greatest bar below earth and a downtown campus men's basketball away game watch party sponsor, Streeter's Tavern is the ultimate spot to let loose and have some fun. With over 20 TVs for catching the big game, an impressive selection of beers on tap, and games like Pong, Giant Jenga, Foosball, and Pool, this hidden gem has it all. Whether you're unwinding after a day of shopping on the Magnificent Mile or just gathering with friends, Streeter's Tavern offers the perfect atmosphere to kick back and enjoy. Visit StreetersTavern.com for more.
The Sister Jean Legacy Collection has arrived, offering fans a meaningful way to honor her remarkable life and enduring spirit. Visit the Loyola bookstore or stop by the Rambler team shop during men's basketball games to shop the collection in person. You'll find apparel, gifts, and exclusive designs created to celebrate Sister Jean's legacy. To view the full line anytime, go to LoyolaRamblers.com and select the Sister Jean tab. Celebrate a Loyola legend with the Sister Jean Legacy Collection.
Today's postgame show is brought to you by JB Alberto's, the official pizza sponsor of Loyola Athletics. Order online at jbalbertos.com. Call them at 773-973-1700 or visit them at 1326 West Morse Avenue. Plus, make sure to grab JB Alberto's Pizza at Gentile Arena throughout the season. The final score today, Duquesne at 71, Loyola 59. Here are the final stats in this game. Ramblers shot 20 of 53, 38%, but only 35% of the second half. They make only 5 of 26 threes in this game, 2 of 14 in the second half. They do go 14 of 19 at the free throw line. Only one double-figure score. It's Xavier Amos, who made the start today, played 26-plus minutes, 12 points, only 2 of 10 from the field, 7 of 8 at the free throw line, and a couple of assists. And then Nick Anderson, Daywell Tavares each scored 9. Joshua Ola Joseph had 8. Miles Rubin, Dale Glasgow scored 7. Glasgow, a season high, 7 points. Alex Richardson scored 4, and Zach Royster had a three-pointer at the end. The final seconds of this game, the 5th made three-pointer, and fans reacted to that because it meant that they can cash in that Canes free buy one, get one box combo card. And unfortunately for Loyola, it does not come in an overall victory in this game. Loyola ends up with 11 turnovers in the game, which is certainly it's not a great number, but it's not a bad number. It's a number you can win with. Duquesne had 11 points off the turnovers. Loyola had 7 points off of 10 Duquesne turnovers. Duquesne shot 43.4% in the ball game, 43% really in each half, 44 if you want to round up in the first half, 43 in the second half. They were 10 of 26 from 3, but they were 7 of 14 in the second half. And much like St. Bonaventure, they got hot in the second half from 3. Not quite as hot as St. Bonaventure did, but 7 made threes. And went 15 to 22 at the free throw line overall. 23 points for Terrence Ginyard. By my unofficial tally, I think it was 19 in the second half. Ends up making 6 3-pointers. Jimmy Williams had a double-double with 16 points and 10 rebounds. And then Nate just had 9 points. Rebounding, +1 for Duquesne. Ramblers, though, were +1 on the offensive glass. And they win the second chance point battle, 8-6. Points in the paint were 28-24 in favor of Loyola. Fast breaks was 12-4 in favor of Duquesne. Bench points, 23-15 Loyola. Duquesne's largest lead was 15. It was that way right until the final bucket of the game, three-pointer by Royster. Loyola led by as many as 3 in the first half. 4 lead changes, 5 ties. That fifth tie came at 34-34 early in the second half after Loyola was down 34-28 at halftime. They came out, scored the first 6 points, but then Duquesne scored 5 in a row themselves and took control back. Loyola did get back to within 2 on a couple of occasions, but never got it further than that as Duquesne led for 31 minutes and 25 seconds of the game. Loyola led for 4 minutes and 16 seconds of this game. Well, CT, I mean, we're probably, repeating a lot of what we've said already today and what we've said in past broadcasts, but it's really all we can do until we see a turnaround from this team, or at least see some a fully healthy team, let's say. But CT, as I like to say, your thoughts.
I mean, it's just a lack of execution. I mean, at this point, I think that's the most concerning thing. I mean, yeah, we can talk about, this group, they're injured, but then, I mean, you can also make a case, well, what happened in the first part of the season too. It's like, well, you had just about everybody except Xavier Amos, so you pretty much had enough healthy guys where you should have been able to win, and unfortunately that went the way that it did. And I mean, I just think there's been some consistent themes throughout this. So kind of like what I talked about before, I got a great look on it, great look at it the last couple of road trips, especially starting with Rhode Island. So if you're in that second unit, you're watching the first group go through walkthroughs at different actions, how you're going to guard it. The expectation is you're watching the guy in front of you, so then that way when you come in, you're going to be on top of the game plan. And unfortunately, we have a couple guys where that's just not the case. Like, they will watch the group in front of them and still go out there and mess it up. And then there's carryover in those walkthroughs into the games, and you start seeing the same things out here with some of these guys that are coming in, and they're getting opportunities because Drew just doesn't have any other options. I mean, I think if he could suit up personally, he would. Or, throw me out there, I'd even get out there if I could. But just the reality is these guys have to play, and you can't count on them to be on top of the defensive game plan. And then even offensively too. I mean, there's times where we go through these long lulls, and you can tell the guys that are messing it up because it's like they're standing still for a solid 2 or 3 count, and then they have like an oh crap moment, and that's when they're trying to cut. And then it's like, well, you're just cutting on top of somebody with the ball, and it's just the actions and the spacing just gets totally messed up. And it's just unfortunate with that. Those are, you can, and I'm not going to name names, but I mean, if you just watch the game, you're probably going to know who I'm talking about. And and it's just unfortunate that those guys have to play just because our numbers are what they are. But I mean, just trying to look for, some of the positives. I mean, Caleb Reese, he's going to go down as one of my favorite Ramblers. I mean, I really appreciate the effort and the consistency that he's giving. I mean, he has played 26 minutes a day, had 4 rebounds. Struggled a little bit with the turnovers, got into some foul trouble too, which I think threw off his rhythm. But for the third straight game, you got Caleb Reese, who's on par with some of our forwards in terms of just overall rebounds, and that's that's very concerning. But just those are just my initial thoughts. I mean, we just don't execute well. I don't know where Drew goes from here. I mean, because I don't think it's a lack of effort or lack of preparation from him and his staff. I mean, you see the level of detail and attention that goes into the scouting reports. Is basically handing guys a test the day before or the night before the exam, and then they just don't bother looking at it, and they just go and knowing they haven't studied the whole semester either, which is, but that's just those are my thoughts.
Today's game was sponsored by Raising Cane's, the official chicken finger restaurant sponsor of Loyola Athletics. Visit the Loyola location, which I might do after we wrap up here before men's volleyball at 6568 North Sheridan Road. You can order online at raisingcanes.com. They have an app as well. Use that. Eat like a champion with Raising Cane's. PNC Bank is the official bank sponsor of Loyola Athletics. For more information, visit pnc.com. PNC Bank, National Association member, FDIC. A10 scoreboard. Well, as I said, Rhode Island, they defeat George Mason today. George Mason's second loss of the season.
Wow.
And their first A10 loss, 74-65. I'd love to see that Rhode Island team that beats George Mason at home from what we saw in person. Obviously they had a great day. or George Mason had a bad day, one or the other. And then St. Joe's makes Dayton's trip to Philadelphia 0-2 as they beat Dayton 81-74. So go figure, CT. I mean, who knows what's going to happen, right? I mean, I know people might be listening to me and saying I'm crazy, but I know, and we saw this team with its full allotment of players for a good portion of the early part of the year. What we've seen from Loyola over the last couple of years is they start to round into form by now, let's just say around this time, when they're healthy or healthy enough. Of course, last year you had JMO out of lineup, JD missed some time, and Kamani was hurt, but the team, really came together. I want to see what this team can look like with Cade Dotson, with Kamani back in there, with Chuck Love. Obviously, he brought his length and defensive ability and an ability to score, which is something that's been lacking for the Ramblers very clearly. 59 points here today. And then I may have already said JMO, but I meant to leave him for the end. I think Justin is the overall key to this team. If he's in the lineup today, I'm not saying Loyola wins. They might. I think they just play better and they look better for obvious reasons, because he's your floor general who makes 9 times out of 10 the right decision, whether it's to make a pass to someone or get to the paint, get that guy on his back and make that little 8-footer, 13-footer, 15, whatever it might be. I think he's the key. And man, I can't wait to see him back in the lineup. I don't want to say more than others, but if I just think, to me, he's the key to this team having some type of turnaround before the season comes to an end.
Yeah, I mean, he's a point guard. He's a vocal leader, just a guy that you can look to and to make plays down the stretch. I mean, you think about probably the Santa Clara game. I mean, that's the best game that we played start to finish. That's the best opponent that we've beaten this year. And of course, Cade, if you go back and look at the box score, you're going to think, okay, yeah, Cade, because Cade had over
20,
career high,
26,
24, something like that,
yeah.
26, yeah. So, but I mean, I think down the stretch, Justin was a guy with the ball in his hands, making the right decisions, and we've seen that time and time again. So I can agree with you there. It just is a little bit unfortunate though that Cade is really starting to come into form in his second year of playing. Basketball or D1 basketball, and unfortunately, just being sidelined by some of these injuries, but. I don't know, just unfortunately, just the way some things go. But that being said, just need just more guys to just consistently execute the game plan. And unfortunately, we're just not getting that right now.
And hopefully, I mean, again, this is without any real super inside knowledge. I mean, I know for the fact that Cade Dotson practiced in the couple of days leading up to St. Bonaventure. I did not get a full practice report before this game, but the fact that he was listed as questionable, again, would lead me to believe that, yeah, he's been participating in practice and going through and maybe just getting to a point where he has to ramp up a little bit more. And maybe by Tuesday, that ramp up is complete and he can be available. And then obviously with Kamani, we know with his situation, it's been hot and cold with his availability. But it wouldn't be shocking to see him back out there Tuesday, right? He missed a game earlier in the year. It's the same for the same reasons that he's missed the game today. He could very well be back on Tuesday. And that's what we'll hope for. And then obviously the thinking is with Justin and Chuck is that it's going to probably be another game or two at least. The hoping beginning of February. So February 3rd will be the first game of February. So next week against LaSalle. And that's what again, I know by then the record the record already isn't pretty. And I know it might be even less pretty by that point. But, there's still games left to be played. No matter what, Loyola has 11 games left to play. 10 regular season games and at least one A10 tournament game. If you get 6 games of full health, 5 games, 7 games, 8 games, I still want to see it, and I still want to see what this team can do. Now, if they come out and play those games and it doesn't change, then we got our answer, right? But I'd still, would just like to see it. All right, Drew Valentine will be making his way out here momentarily. Obviously, we'll get his thoughts on today and then maybe a quick look ahead to Tuesday with St. Joseph's. Obviously, we'll have to ask the question of, Kamani. Hopefully we'll get some good news in the sense that, it's just day to day with him and an update on maybe Cade's status and maybe see how close Cade was to playing today. Maybe it was just maybe it may have been 50% on Tuesday. Maybe today was 75%. Obviously, hope that it's going up in terms of the chance of playing, and then maybe get a quick idea of the status of both Justin and Chuck as we look forward to their return to the lineup as well. As the Ramblers drop this one 71-59. This is the JB Alberto's post-game show. As they're hard at work inside Gentile Arena now, turning this over to volleyball, which is starting at 6. But you got to have things ready well before then, so the teams can come out and get warm-ups in. So you got to get the hoops off the court. They got to put the tape down for the volleyball lines, and they got the net up, obviously, and they change around the floor seating and the tables we're sitting at get changed around, and so getting ready for that. Loyola men's volleyball, the number 7 ranked team in the country, lost last night in their home opener to number 6 ranked Pepperdine. Will take on Quincy University tonight, and I know it's super freezing, super cold out, so you probably don't want to leave the house and come out to a volleyball game, but you can turn on Marquee Sports Network at 6 o'clock and watch some volleyball and see a hopeful Rambler win. And that reminds me, as I am filling the time here as best as we can, the women's basketball team is in action as well later tonight at 6 o'clock. They're going to be at St. Louis, a team that they have beaten at home this year. And the Rambler women deserve your attention. They are turning things around. They're 4-4 in conference now, have won, 4 of the last 5.
Yeah.
Beat LaSalle here a couple of days ago, 64-60. Had a road win at GW. They pushed George Mason on the road to the wire in a previous game. Wins over St. Louis and Dayton as well.
You see the photo they took after they beat GW? They posted it. They were all sitting in front of the George's Army sign.
Okay.
They were all just in the bleachers, just chilling, just like I like that.
Okay.
A lot. I'll try to find it for you, but yeah, but I mean, Guth has the girls rolling over there, and they're going to play at SLU again. I mean, they just beat them a couple weeks ago, so I know they're feeling pretty good heading into that one.
And what I think is really exciting about them is that you would say they're top. I mean, you could quibble top 3 players, obviously, but say at least top 3 scorers are all underclassmen. Alex Ann Bissett's a true freshman. She's started all but one game this year and scoring 12 points a game. And then Alexa Kinnis is a sophomore point guard, really do-it-all type of player. And then Brooklyn Vaughn, another sophomore. That's kind of a big 3 there for the Loyola women. They'll play St. Louis tonight. All right, today's post-game comments with head coach Drew Valentine are brought to you by Loyola alumnus Dave Kupiak of the law firm of Kupiak and Martin. They specialize in state and local income, franchise, and sales tax matters. Contact them at 312-632-1022 or go to kupiakandmartin.com. All right, Drew is sitting down right now. Going to get the headset on here in a moment. All right, we got Coach Valentine here with us courtside. And Coach, your team was able to, keep this one close, 6-point deficit at halftime, came out strong, tied it up, got within 2, but kind of, again, that last 10 minutes kind of fell down the mountain and dropped this one. What were some key differences in, the second half of this game that allowed Duquesne to push away and win?
In the second half, it's always players make plays, and Terrence Ginyard made plays. I think that we veered off offensively from what was working, and with Daywilk playing point, right? Reese had 4 fouls. With Daywilk playing point, it's not like, obviously we prepared, but in the game we weren't executing when I called sets out great. But what we could get was when we started flying around, running around, cuts were open at the basket. We were open up driving lanes to the basket. Rolls were open. Miles should have had way more rolls than that all night. Open threes were coming of us just literally just running around, flying around, playing 5 out. So they were, really, really hard digging on Miles, and we were not executing we're normally pretty, even this year, we've been pretty good when teams are doubling or digging or whatever. Like our post attack has been pretty good. Like we normally get, like against GW, for example, when they were doubling us, we were just posting either side with either Miles or Kamani and getting a kick out and being able to play closeout basketball, create an advantage by doing that. And today we weren't executing. So we talked about it at halftime. We came out second half, we were not executing. And so I think I'm just really frustrated with the fact of so many of these errors, Sudi, I think are very controllable, and they're very self-sabotaging. And we've showed them. We started coming in. We're coming in at 7 a.m. every day now, and doing conditioning and doing 5-on-0 offense and shooting free throws for like 20 minutes. Um, and so we're in here for an hour every morning at, whether it's 6:30 or 7 a.m. And so in addition to what we're doing in the afternoon, so we added extra so that we could be super prepared for this game. And so for us to look like a team that unprepared, I'm pretty frustrated by that.
I mean, we talked about Nick, freshman Nick, on this broadcast a little bit. I mean, he seems like a guy that's getting, a lot more burn with the injuries that we have, and it seems like he's kind of belongs at this level. So, what did you see from him today?
Yeah, I mean Nick's talent. He can make a wild play every now and then, but his defensive physicality, man, he's got to come on with it. But again, Nick's extremely talented, and I've said it, man, he's so coachable, and um, he's got a great personality off the floor. I love coaching him. I love um, you know, just his spirit and energy towards growing and getting better. So there's a lot of positives, but again, he's got a long way to go. And the fact that he does look like he belongs out here, CT, I look at it glass half full, right? Like you could look at it like, man, I'm saying, whatever, but like that means that his ceiling is pretty freaking high if if he looks like that, and I think he's got a long way to go. So yeah, we're excited about Nick, and hopefully he can continue to keep making plays this season for us.
You mentioned how Daywilk was pressed into playing point guard duties in this game, maybe a little bit more than you would anticipate. How do you think overall he sort of answered the call,
really good.
and as of late also kind of turning the corner from that really, really rough start that he's had to the A10 play?
Yeah, I think he was good today. I mean, 5 assists, no turnovers, and CT, you played before, man. Shooting in a long time, a lot of times is just pretty mental, especially for somebody that has a lot of evidence of being a really good shot maker in his career. Stats before he was here speak for themselves. The way that he started off the season offensively, shooting the three, it kind of speaks for himself. But it's all mental with him, and but I thought today, being thrust into that position to handle the ball, I thought he did a really good job. Like they were picking up full court, heating him up, and he brought it up, and had no turnover. So I thought he at least could enter the offense and then get off the ball. But yeah.
As we're getting ready for a tough St. Joe's team that just beat Dayton earlier. So, what do we make of them?
Yeah, man. I mean, they've really, really been coming along with it. I think Simpson, a couple times that I've seen them on film, Simpson's been really, really good. Like he looks like a mature veteran guard out there making plays. Obviously, we know Justice at the rim is a problem. Um, just his physicality, his rim protection, some of the plays that he made in here last year. If you remember that game that we played when JD got fouled and made the free throws, but so obviously that's a problem with Justice at the rim. We gotta make sure that we're finishing better than we did today, and obviously we got to do a really good job on Simpson and try to whether that's ball screens, handoffs, motion actions, do a really good job on him.
Cade Dotson, second straight game that officially was questionable leading into the game today. His status getting better as we move along here?
Yeah, I mean the reality of the situation is when it's outside of Kamani, if guys are questionable, that means that they have the option, and so yeah, I mean yeah, I mean he's been doing stuff, and we were hopeful that we can have not just Cade back soon, but other guys, because other guys are doing stuff in practice and in workouts and stuff. So hoping these guys are super motivated by the last two results and want to get back out there with their team on Tuesday to help us try to get a win.
All right, Coach. Thank you as always, and we'll see you Tuesday night when St. Joe's is here.
All right, guys. Thanks.
That's head coach Drew Valentine here on the JB Alberto's post-game show. So, I mean, obviously, again, some light at the end of the tunnel. We'll hope to see Cade Dotson on Tuesday. We could see Kamani on Tuesday. I mean, obviously, again, we know with Kamani, it's pretty much just based on how he, pain threshold. They'll ask him a number. He'll say 1 through 10. If it's a 2 through, I don't know where it gets cut off, but say 2 through 6, he plays. anything better, higher than that, he sits. And fortunately, that's only been a couple of times this season that it has been to that level. And as I reported, I've seen Justin Moore and I've seen Chuck Love get workouts in and hopefully progressing in the right direction. And what Drew said right there, that they're anticipating soon. And to Drew's credit, a few weeks ago or a couple of games ago, he said February. He kept February. He slow played it even before Richardson and Amos came back on Tuesday. The prior game, I mean, he used the word doubtful anyone was going to come back. So, part of that's probably don't want to get everybody's hopes up, but again, hopefully some light there at the end of the tunnel. CT, quick final thoughts from you.
No, I think kind of what I was alluding to earlier. I mean, with guys just not being on top of the game plan, and I don't know if I can't. I mean, I know the buck stops with Drew, but it's not like it's a lack of effort or anything like that. I mean, he's literally giving guys the test the night before or get a copy of the exam the night before, and it's like they're just not bothering to look at it. And I mean, it's frustrating for me to watch as in this role and also as an alum of the program, but it has to be 10 times more frustrating for Drew as the head coach. But I mean, we just need more from guys. Guys just have to play better, and so hopefully. When Cade and J-Mo and Kamani are back, they're going to be hungry.
It's three starters right
there.
there.
I mean, there's 3 starters right there. And then when Chuck comes back, I think it's going to be, hopefully they've had plenty of time to sit and watch and reflect and understand what works and what doesn't. So then that way they're mentally sharp and then they're ready to go once their number is called.
All right, that's going to wrap it up. Thanks to Caleb Peterson and Kyle Krieger. Again, your final score tonight is Duquesne 71, Loyola 59. Join us again this Tuesday, January the 27th. It's an 8 p.m. game. The Ramblers take on the St. Joseph's Hawks, who are going to be flying high after a win at home against Dayton. We'll have the pregame show 20 minutes prior to game time. For Christian Thomas and Nate Keogh, our engineer here today, I'm Scott Sudakoff. Thank you for listening to Loyola Basketball on the Ramblers Sports Network from Learfield. Amen. God bless, and go Ramblers.
On the Ramblers Sports Network from Learfield, you've been listening to Loyola Basketball. The preceding has been a Learfield presentation on the Ramblers Sports Network.